Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Eunice, New Mexico baseball on a windy Tuesday.
A very windy Tuesday. There's a little roster. We're getting ready to get started. Going to check some mics, and then we will start our broadcast here shortly. Both teams are out here meeting. The coaches at home plate trying to do their thing. I guess that's kind of like the coin flip.
Correct, and it's going to be the two teams, Eunice Cardinals versus the Portales Rams, correct?
Yes, sir. So I'm going to go to hobbsamerica.com here on my own phone so I can listen and see if our sounds okay. We'll get up and running here shortly. Thank you for listening to Eunice Cardinal Baseball. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Baseball. This evening, the 17-time 2A state champion Eunice Cardinals will host 4A powerhouse, historically, the Portales Rams. Eunice enters tonight's contest with an 8-0 overall record. In the majority of this season's games, Eunice has absolutely destroyed the competition. They have outscored their opponents this year 84-20 on the season, including huge wins over 3A Hatch, 11-1, 3A Dexter, 14-2, Texas 2A La Mesa, 11-2, 4A Lovington, 13-3, and a close one over 4A Ruidoso, 5-4. They also have 2 wins this season over 4A Portales, over this 4A Portales team, winning the first game 12-2, and then a very close second game in a doubleheader with a 5-3 win in extra innings. In Eunice's last game, they faced off against a very tough Ruidoso team and found themselves behind the entire game. They could never really get anything up and going. Ruidoso led that game from start, and they took control in the first inning. However, the Cards weren't willing to see their undefeated record end so easily. In the bottom half of the final inning, the Cardinals were able to get base runners abroad, and senior Marcus Tercero hit a 2 RBI game-winning shot to center that secured the Cards' win. They're going to get the national anthem going here, so we'll take a moment to listen to our national anthem.
Ball.
All right. Our national anthem. Back to our discussion here with our pregame. This Cardinal team is absolutely loaded this year with seniors. Overall, they are loaded with talented kids in general. They've also got numerous kids who can pitch, which is a huge advantage in the 2A division statewide. For the season, Eunice is led by Zeke Benton, who has a .533 batting average. Zeke also has a .611 on-base percentage. Chance Tucker is second on the team in overall batting average and in overall on-base percentage. The junior is batting .480 and has a .594 on-base percentage. Conager Pierce is batting .423 on the season and has an on-base percentage of .516. Sean Stinson leads the team in home runs. Chance Tucker leads the team in stolen bases. Micah Tippett is second in that category. Conager Pierce leads the team in RBIs this season. Chance Tucker leads the team in doubles, while Micah Tippett leads the team in triples this year. From the mound, several pitchers are putting up great numbers. Chance Tucker leads the team in ERA with a 1.11 ERA for the season. Sean Stinson is second with a 1.75 ERA, and Zeke Benton is third with a 1.91 ERA. One other great point, Conager Pierce is an absolute beast behind home plate. He may be the best catcher I've ever seen behind home plate here for the Cardinals, and that's a huge compliment as this storied baseball dynasty has had some great ones behind home plate. Pierce has an absolute cannon for an arm. He throws out base stealers from his knees. He picks off base runners who are leading off. He's definitely... When his head's on straight and things are going well, he may be the best catcher I've ever watched play behind home plate here in Eunice.
I concur.
Historically, Eunice has won more state championships than any team in New Mexico high school baseball history. They are ranked nationally in overall state championships. Lots of good information to talk with them about. For Portales, they enter today's game 6-7, and anyway, they've got a 22-0 win over Jow, a longtime Eunice rival. Portales also has wins over Roswell High, Clovis, Raton, Moriarty, and they've lost close games to private school powerhouses St. Mike's and Sandia Prep. So they're a tough team, and they are wasting no time here today. They are ready to get going. So we are about to get started. Got Zeke Benton on the mound for the Cardinals.
Yes, sir. He started against Portales as well last time, so.
All right.
Up to bat, we have number 8, Ontiveros.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. You can get her dead. We've got Charlie in the house now. There's a ground ball over to first base. Marcus Tercero grabs it, reaches over, steps on first base, and the first batter is one away.
Good job fielding that ball. Came at him pretty quick, man. Start off the game that way with the ground hit to you on the opposite field. It's kind of gotten ready for it. So.
Agreed. I forgot my normal pencil today. I usually use I've got pens, but that way I can erase because I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. No, I'm good. I got several pens, but thank you. So there's strike one from Benton.
A little high, but you call it a strike. I like that.
Yeah. Make things go a little faster. This is Caden Gutierrez, number 3, at the plate. There's a ground ball. My goodness.
Up towards shortstop. Shortstop fields a nice, clean play by Tucker.
Wow. Tucker with a good run, scoops it up, flips it over. Marcus Tercero grabbed that ball on the skip off the
turf.
Off the turf that's brown that looks like dirt, but it's really not. For another ground out. So that's 2 away here early on for this Portales team. So number 11, Noah Swift. Let's see if we can swiftly get him out and move on to the bottom half of the first. That one's a little high.
What number is 11? Noah?
Yes, sir. Noah Swift.
Swift. That's a pretty cool last name, huh?
Mm-hmm. Especially in sports in general. I guess unless you're a sumo wrestler, then it's probably not a good last name. But as a baseball player or just about anything else, it's a pretty good last name.
Swift.
So Swift at the plate. 1-1 is the count. That ball is right down the middle for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top half of the first, Eunice versus Portales. Here comes the pitch. That
Ooh,
breaking
nice breaking
ball's
ball.
in there. It gets on the turf. They're going to throw it down to first base for out number 3 on the K drop over to first.
That's a beautiful job out there, getting started out with 3 up, 3 down. Getting going. His Union Cardinals, last time they played against Portales, they had a hard time. They struggled at the beginning, but in the first game they did real great, but the second game we had a hard time. So they're going to have number 10 on the mound for Portales, Mayberry. And today's kind of windy over here at the Eunice Stadium. It's blowing from the south to the north, kind of northeast. So if you're a left-handed batter, get in the air, might go a long way. So this is a regular game here at the Eunice Cardinal Stadium, Eunice versus Portales. And like I just said, Eunice strike out this, hit a couple of grounders up the field, played the ball, got them out, and the last one he struck him out. So.
Yeah,
And that's a good job by Zeke, but he's been hurting from an ankle, so it's a very good job.
Yeah. He tried to do a little reach around. Well, not a reach around, but he tried to reach around and grab
Feel the
that
ball.
ball behind his back, and then decided that he couldn't quite get to it, so he stepped out of the way and allowed Chance to come up and grab it and flip it over. So ended up working out for the best, for sure.
Yes, and what I like about this view right here where we're sitting at, you have the flag, you have the pumping units, you have the windmill in the background, you have the cattle right there.
And a couple of campers. I mean, it
That's
wouldn't be
a couple
Eunice
campers.
without a couple of campers sitting out there and
Exactly,
beside some
at
cows.
an RV park, yep.
That's right. You got to have some campers beside the cattle for it to be a real Eunice view here. All right. So Portales is warming up. I've got somewhere here, I've got who the pitcher is, but I don't have it
I think I'll call it Zane Mayberry, number 10.
All right. So I'll make a note here that Zane Mabry is the pitcher. All right.
It says center fielder, right-handed, sophomore.
All right. So number 10. He's a sophomore.
They have a good guy out there, left-handed. He pitches very good. He pitched against his last and second game. He pitched an awesome game, and he can throw the ball for Portales. But I can't find him on the field right now. He's not the first baseman.
That's a good deal. So for those of you that don't know, we typically have an app that controls the score and whatnot, and it's run through my phone. Well, we've now got Charlie logged in. So those of you that send me messages and I don't answer till like 3 hours later, I'll be able to answer those during the game. So if you want to tell me that I shouldn't have said something or that that's not that person's name, you just send it on over and we'll recognize you.
Or any baseball history that you can remember.
Absolutely.
Tonight the topic could be over catchers.
Sure. Make sure we shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker, BTH Services and Rental, Chad Haller, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and all the baseball-loving crew at Eunice Pump and Supply. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Aaron, Yachty, and all the gang down there that keeps us healthy. The Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, The Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas.
Yep.
For the Cardinals, Micah Tippett, the senior left-hander, will step into the batter's box. This young man leads the team in triples this year.
He's fast. And probably who leads the team in stolen bases?
Stolen bases, I think, is Chance Tucker, and Tippett's right behind him. I think only maybe one base separates the two, though, when I was looking at numbers today. So here comes the first pitch, and it is high and outside, just a bit out there.
Just a bit out there.
That's right, for ball number 1.
On the left-hand side.
So pitcher wastes no time. He's ready. Here comes the kick and the pitch. That ball's fouled back by Tippett.
Straight back. He just missed that by a smidge.
Just a smidge.
So the count is 1-1 here. Bottom of the first with 0 outs.
And Zane Mayberry. He's throwing that ball like Andy threw them bullets over to Barney. One at a time. That one's going to be high and outside.
I don't think they had any automatics in that show, did they?
No, it was all revolvers. I don't even think they had a speed loader for him. If with one bullet, all you don't need a speed loader or nothing. So that's what Mayberry's working with here. So here comes the pitch. It's right down the middle, a swing and a miss.
Wow, 2-2.
Yep.
On Micah Tippett here in the first inning.
So
Keep
2
hands
balls,
back.
2 strikes to Tippett.
He resets in the batter's box.
Tippett steps in, and he is ready. Here comes the pitch, and it's just a bit outside.
And brings it to a full count here on Mr. Tippett.
Full count on this full windy day.
Full windy day.
The wind is blowing hard from the left field corner of the fence over toward the right corner. If the left-hander could get a hold of one, he might hit it onto the football
but
field.
hits it up
There's
to center.
a drive into center field by Tippett. He's going to make the turn. Looks over, decides to take it easy and relax on first after a single by Tippett.
He can improve on stolen bases here in a minute. So we have Jorge Ontiveros up to bat, number 24, our third baseman.
24 is on his back, but he's number 1 in our hearts, he always tells us. Jorge, the senior, right-hander, on his way to play college baseball next year.
That is true.
Tippett gets the big lead over at first. He's looking to go, it looks like to me, but he doesn't. And there's a high fly ball right over onto the hood of Resendo's kid's car, probably.
Hope he didn't park over there. He done broke the windshield once. Don't get on to him.
So that fly foul is strike number 1. So pitcher's ready to go. That's Mayberry, slinging bullets. He steps back on. He's ready to go. Here comes the pitch. He throws it down. I thought it was fouled
Me too. I
off,
thought
and
it
it
came
took
off
a
the
funny
yeah.
spin, and then they fire it over to first base.
The umpire on the field has called it a foul ball, so it's going to be strike number 2.
Okay.
0 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs with the runner on first. And
Yep.
Jorge comes back to the box.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like English and pool. The way it was bouncing around, spinning, and doing different things. I thought it was the man, the myth, the Miz or whatever in the pool game, the pool sharks. Anyway, it's 0-2. Ontiveros will have to play it safe here. He's ready. Here goes
Tip is
Tippett.
gone.
And that ball skips off the turf. There's a bullet thrown over
He
towards
makes
second.
steals standing up. Goes all the way to second, standing up. Didn't have to slide on that one, did he?
No, sir. That's number 11, Noah Swift. And he swiftly threw that ball down to second because Tippett was moving.
Mm-hmm.
Tippett's in there with another stolen base. That may even him up with Chance Tucker for the stolen base lead this year. There's a drive back foul right over towards somebody else's car.
So the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jorge with the runner on second base.
If your car's got dents in it, check out Jorge Ontiveros because he probably is responsible.
So far this inning, correct?
So Jorge steps back in. Mayberry on the mound for Portales. Here comes the pitch. It's a high fly ball. I think it's going to land right on top of us.
Oh, out of play. So Jorge stays alive out there.
Yeah,
He's probably tired by now running towards first base.
he's definitely getting that pitch count up for Portales here.
Ball and field.
Did somebody throw that over the...
It stayed on the net.
Oh, did it? I was like, man, that was kind of... hit somebody in the head, and that poor little ump didn't have his helmet on anymore. He'll be like Will and Jada. He'll need that helmet. That's right. You want 1 lump or 2? All right, so Mayberry back on the mound. Ontiveros back in the right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. It's driven over toward third. It's a skipper. It gets away from the third baseman. Ontiveros giving it all she's got, Captain. But he couldn't get there.
He's out by a step, man.
Man, that was a smidge.
That was literally a smidge, huh?
So
Man.
Ontiveros with a ground out.
When he hit the ball towards third base, Tippett couldn't advance to third because he held the ball a little bit, but couldn't get that runner over. We got Tucker up the bat, correct?
Chance Tucker leads this team in, I don't remember if he leads them in batting average or not. He maybe don't. No, he leads them in on-base percentage. No, let me find it here. Probably about the time he gets on base. He's second in overall batting average.
Sad
There's
that
a
being said.
drive toward high, shallow right center field. A lot of people running for it. The right fielder makes a catch.
He came in, lost his hat and everything.
Yeah.
But the ball started off in center field, went all the way to the right field.
Wind really played with that one.
And that's out number 2.
That looked like my golf hit. You know, it started straight down the middle, and the next thing you know, it's over at right field. So 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. We've got Conager Pierce at the plate. Tippett still standing on third. He's got a little lead here. Here comes the pitch. It's driven high, foul, right back over toward Resendo's vehicle again.
Well, they're going to move it in a minute.
I parked all the way over there by the entry of the old auditorium thing, that little space in the middle, the breezeway, I think
There
is
you
what they
go.
call it. So 1 strike on the foul ball to Pierce. He steps back in and he's ready. Mayberry's going to step off the mound and ask Aunt B for a bean pie.
Looked like the wind pushed him off, didn't it?
Yeah, kind of lost his balance there. So here comes the pitch. He moved quick after he got back on there, and there is a low ball, number 1.
Counts 1-1 with 2 outs.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
With a runner on second. Speedy Tippett. Carvana.
So here comes the next one. It's driven toward the shortstop. Shortstop cleans it, or fields it cleanly, throws it over to first, and he's going to get Pierce on the ground out.
So that makes out number 3. They stranded 1 on second base. The Cardinals did. But that inning was brought to you by our sponsors, Parker Energy Service, BT8 Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, and Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you.
Yeah. So, anyway, we'll, looks like I don't know exactly what happened here, but we've got a discussion. That is, we talked about it a little bit
Correct.
the last game. It's interesting about baseball is like the only sport where you can go get on the ump and everybody thinks it's okay and it works out all right.
And between innings or during the inning, they just, hey,
like
Blue.
Every game I watch in baseball, somebody gets on the ump.
Yep.
And when I say somebody, the coaches, and they go all the way out there in the middle of the field
and they
like
get face to
interrupt
face
the whole game. Yeah, and I mean we don't have any dirt except if they want to have a discussion out on pitcher's mound, but they kick dirt on them in the, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's accepted.
In basketball, I use basketball because I'm a basketball-minded fella. If you ran out in the middle of the court and kicked some wood at the ref, they'd chunk you. Football, if you run out in the middle of the field and stop the whole game, there's flags going everywhere. You're probably tossed. But baseball, you can run out there and spit tobacco all over the guy's chest, and
not intentionally. It usually comes out when you speak to him.
That's right. And that's accepted.
You can throw your hat at him. You can, like you used to throw dirt on him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
That's what's beautiful about baseball.
Yeah. Was baseball, it was like originated here in
America?
In the United States? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's homegrown.
Basketball, football, too? I know basketball is. It was up in that Kansas area.
And football, don't give me a lot about football.
Somewhere. Yeah, I don't know.
How about golf?
Yeah, I'm sure that was probably over
Scottish,
in like England or Europe or some kind of kilt. I can say that because I was born in Scotland. But anyway, we've got Hagen Rains, number 2, up to the plate for Portales. Zeke Benton on the mound for the Cardinals. Here's the first pitch.
Oh, nice curveball.
Big breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike number 1.
Remember you were talking about catchers. Best catcher I can remember when I was young was Scott Mobley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a good catcher.
He was a good catcher. He could sit behind the plate and throw it over this field.
Yeah.
Him and Randy Gladden could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Scott was a good catcher. I never saw Randy catch, but I saw Scott catch.
But he had a good arm. That kid had a cannon.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a strike 2. Called strike 2 on that inside corner.
0 balls, 2 strikes on.
Chad Dean was one that I remember being really good. He was a good catcher.
Well, all the Deans were very good at baseball.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought he got him. I was hollering.
That's very close.
Yep. Yeah, that was.
That's
he was
ball
going to
one,
stand there and
man.
take it, and it was a hard thrown ball too. I don't think I'd have took that one.
In that hip area.
Yep. Here comes the next one. That's a big breaking ball, a swing and a miss, foul. He tipped it off.
Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he when he got the own foul ball. That's a nice young man there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's once again that's number 2, Hagen
Rains. Shortstop and pitcher.
So here comes the pitch from Benton. A big breaking ball, stays high.
Good pitch to the waist.
2 balls.
Chase.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And they have a JV game after this, correct?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a doubleheader, and I guess late last week they figured out Portales had too many games on their schedule, and he took that one right off the head and never even moved.
I know, he didn't even attempt to move.
Just right off his head. So a hit by pitch for Hagen Rains.
Brings Zane up the bat, right? The
and
pitcher.
Zane Mayberry. No, he'd never ducked or anything.
You figure you had to attempt to move a little bit, correct?
I used to, in my younger days, I thought I was tough, and I don't think I'd stand there and let that ball hit me right in the head like that. He never even flinched.
Swing and a miss on Melbury.
Yeah, and Rains over there on first had a big lead. It looks like he's thinking he might test the arm of Pierce here.
He's a good ball player at the one on base right now for Portales. He can throw the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, that Rains, he's definitely tough. I mean, anybody can stand there and not flinch. Either that or he can't see very well. One or the other.
He wears glasses, I believe, too.
Yeah, well, so
He's
do
a
I, and I
senior,
can't see very well.
Yours is old age, I guess.
That's exactly right. Because 10 years ago, I could see really well.
He squares up the bat, the bunt. Fielded by the pitcher.
Oh,
and
no.
first baseman misplays it, so the runner advances from first all the way to third. As Marcus cannot handle the throw. He runs it in. So the runner is safe, is on first. Portales has runners on the corners. Here at the top of the second, has a beautiful bunt by them. Laid it down. Z came off the mound, played the ball, threw it to first, but we were not able to handle the ball. And 0 outs.
Yeah, that's going to bring Trevin Price to the left-handed batter's box. That's number 18. We're going to see if the price is right. And they've got a
designated runner.
Pinch runner, designated runner, some kind of runner coming in at first.
Let's hope he's fast.
I hope he's just fast enough to run into a double play, but
that'd be perfect.
Anyway, he'll step on to first. We've got a designated runner over there. So here we go. The left-handed batter, Price, takes a swing and hits it into right field. That's going to easily score one. They get it in quickly.
So Portales strikes first here at the baseball game. Top of the second, they get one run in.
So an RBI single for Price. Alex Garcia comes to the plate. No outs, runners at first and second. And Garcia, number 12, will step into that right-handed batter's box. Zeke Benton on the hill. He turns and throws it down. They're going to bunt, and it's foul
ball. He's a senior for them as well. He's on a roster because you got this from he's number 3 in here.
Yeah. I noticed that some of the numbers in Max Preps, once again, were not updated. Yeah, I noticed that today when I started writing in the lineup.
So Portales has runners on first and second with 0 outs.
And Garcia back in the box. Benton is ready. He kicks and fires, throws a little breaking ball inside, and they're going to go on him. Let's see what we do.
Oh, he couldn't handle the ball.
Okay, then Pierce fired a rocket right at the edge of the base, and the base runner was sliding in, and the ball looked like it hit him. I thought it got him like right in the ribs.
It had to because the ball got away from the third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
It just pushed out that way, so
luckily for the Cardinals, no runners advanced after the throw. So now runners are at second and third. Garcia at the plate. Here comes the pitch, and it's just outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strikes.
And no outs.
1 strikes. I guess it'd be 1 strike.
It's just one.
Yeah,
One strike.
Got my education here at Eunice. There's a drive over towards second
Ooh,
now.
off the hands of Caballero. He could not handle that.
And then a deflection over towards short. That'll score another run.
I don't know why they're playing on the grass.
RBI. Let's see.
That was a shot toward second base, and everybody was playing on the grass. I guess they're trying to play the ball at home. That would have been a tough play, even if we would have fielded it.
So Devin Diaz comes to the plate. Portales up 2-0 here in this second. There's still no outs. We've got runners at the corners.
For Portales.
They're going to bunt that ball right back over toward.
Oh, and we got a run down
We
between.
got a run down. You want to run him back this way.
Oh, he's safe because the runner. He's safe because
I called him out.
our player was in his path to get back on base.
Oh, we got a man laying on third base, and the umps and the coach are.
Did you see the coach walking away from the player?
Yeah.
You coming to the coach to argue my point.
Yeah, they're gonna debate because the third baseman, they're gonna say, got in his
Shortstop, yes sir.
Yeah, in his running path as he was trying to get back to the base.
I understand on situations like that you're supposed to run him back to the bag that came from, but we have a good chance of throwing the ball to the shortstop man who was playing at third base at the time to tag him, but our player went ahead and tried to tag him, but I think they're going to call him safe. No, they're calling him out.
Called him out.
You know what? I'll take that.
Yeah, definitely a good break there for the Cardinals.
Close up on some of our fans showing up.
Yeah. So the Portales faithful are not happy. I just heard a "you can't do that" real loud.
So that's one out on Portales, but they have runners on first and second.
Yeah.
And the score is 2-0, Portales' favor.
So I'm going to call that a fielder's choice. And they end up with a runner out. So runners now at first and second. Number 21, Miguel Gomez.
He's a junior for him, but it says here he plays third base.
Oh, yeah? He's a good-sized kid.
Right. Yes, sir, he is.
Looks like he could hit it a long ways if the bat made contact with the ball. And there's strike number one.
The count is 1-1-1.
Yep.
We usually see twos up there all across, but now we're seeing ones. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to get us some twos up there.
Oh,
Ooh, there's
hits
a
a shot
drive
towards
to
left field.
left center field. It is way back there.
Giovanni
And a
chased it
nice
down. throws
over
it.
the shoulder catch. And that Giovanni Chacon,
Yes,
Gio,
sir.
he made a really nice run and grab over his shoulder. Almost turned into a football receiver out there. Caught that over his shoulder and then threw it back in. I mean, he almost looked like Willie Mays Hayes.
The way he tracked it down, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 outs for the Portales Rams
Yep.
with runners on the corners. I guess only one on second base tagged up. The one on first didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't paying attention.
I think he was afraid that throw coming in might get cut off and then
Throw it
fired
second.
over.
So we're at the top of the lineup here for the Portales Rams. And he struck out there. No, he hit the ball towards first base last time he was at the bat.
Last time he grounded out to the first baseman. So this is Andrew, an interesting spelling, Ontiveros.
And ooh,
So Ontiveros at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's swung. It's popped over toward the shortstop. Shortstop comes in running, fires it over to first base for the out. So a ground out. That's back-to-back ground outs for Ontiveros, and Ontiveros is the Portales version. We'll get the Cardinals out of the top half of the second. The coach for Portales still out there arguing his case.
on the play that happened earlier. But
Mhm.
Portales stranded 2 on base. But they scored 2 runs. So we'll give a shout out to our sponsors. Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas.
They're still out there discussing that, and that goes back to what I've talked about. It's in basketball or football, if your coach does that, he's a bad sport and needs to go. In baseball, you can follow the ump around for 30 minutes arguing your call with him, and it's just okay. And I'm fine with that.
And some coaches are pretty smart about it because they can set the pace of the game that way.
Mm-hmm. See, now he's over here. He switched from one to the other. He's like, I may be finished with the home guy, and I'm going to go over here and let you hear it.
And he's explained to them, this is why, this is how come it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But that coach likes to, yes,
Yeah.
tolerate a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, the Portales coach is definitely still pleading his case when it comes to that rundown situation on third. So it's 2-0. This is kind of starting to resemble the
Saturday game.
Ruidoso game.
Mm-hmm.
2 innings, Eunice trailed 2-0 in that game as well.
So up the bat, we have Zeke Benton, Jonathan Cobbler on deck, and who's in the hole? Stanton.
Sean Stinson.
Stinson.
So Zeke Benton is leading this team in overall batting average on the season.
And he's missed 2 games.
Yeah.
With that bum ankle.
Yeah, his batting average at this point is .533. He's also got a .611 on-base percentage for the season. There's a drive over toward the second baseman. Second baseman picks it up and then flips it over.
To make the first out.
So that'll be a ground out.
Made it look easy, didn't he?
Well, and Zeke's got that
Limping.
bum leg. He started off kind of hard, then let up, and then started to go again.
I would have had a designated hitter for him.
I would have had a designated runner. I wonder if they could stand a runner over behind the
About first
ump.
base.
He could swing, and then they could run to first for him.
So up the bat is Jonathan Caballero. Watches the ball go by. It's ball 1. Zeke on deck and Marcus.
Sean Stinson.
Sean Stinson, I'm sorry.
And Marcus in the
I was looking. He looked the same from here. They're all narrow.
So Caballero in that right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. He swings and drives it
Little
high
popper.
over the shortstop, and the shortstop makes the catch. So a fly out for Caballero.
That's 2 outs for the Eunice Cardinals and no runners on. They're struggling getting that again here at the plate early in the game.
So Sean Stinson, the right-hander, steps into that right-handed batter's box. The senior, like so many others in this roster.
I think they only have 2 juniors starting tonight, right?
That
The
sounds
shortstop and the second baseman for the
right.
Eunice.
Tucker and Caballero. There's a drive toward the shortstop. It's another high fly ball. The shortstop catches it. And there's out number 3. So
That
at
was
the end of the second inning, it's 2-0. Eunice trails the Portales Rams.
That Portales pitcher only threw the ball 5 times. 4 times maybe.
It's a good deal for him, for sure.
Very good deal for him.
Want to shout out to some sponsors, Brett and Penny Parker and Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler and Company, Eunice Pump and Supply, Becky Nogelmeyer. I don't know if they're out here or not, but they usually don't miss too many of these. Brandon Matthews and the crew. Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian and Nikki Elma, Aaron Yachty, and all of the gang down there that keeps us healthy. The Eunice Public Schools, Dwayne Haynes, Cynthia Sims, Rosendo Caballero, because he says we don't ever say his last name, Matt Coy, Kenny Reed, Miss Hahn, David Gallegos, and all the staff, Carlos Herrera and the Herrera's Oil Field Services. The City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop and the Whitmire family, Redbird Gas, and Bart Parker. Thank you, sponsors, for making these broadcasts possible.
Hey, remember you were looking for another sponsor, right? The body guy?
Yeah, we need a good body shop. If you know a body shop out there that wants to sponsor, I mean, all these foul balls, we could be saying that ding in that hood of that car out there was brought to you by whatever body shop. Shoot, I may have to start a body shop.
That'd be
Wanna
worth
start
it.
A body shop.
Jorge gave you a lot of business earlier.
That's right.
Give you
That's
like 5 Dean cards.
You know, when they have those hailstorms, they bring those little portable dent shops. We'll set one up across the street. We've got a ding and dent repair. Even if it was just a fake one, it would actually be kind of funny to have a little tent up there that said ding and dent repair. You know, come see us.
Take their money and never show up.
Take their money and not do any work for them. Rub some putty in the hole or whatever.
you go.
There you go. It's fixed.
Some Bondo not even painted, huh?
Yeah. And then close our business down.
And open up in Hobbs with a different name, huh?
Yeah.
That's how people do it nowadays.
Yep. So we're getting ready to start the third. Conager Pierce behind home plate. Zeke Benton on the hill for the Eunice Cardinals. For Portales, they'll be at the number 2 hitter for their team, Caden Gutierrez. He grounded out during his last at bat. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be high and inside.
Ball 1. As his hat falls off. Falls off the pitcher there.
We got a lot of hat falling off issues.
Mm-hmm.
We may need to
Get some hair behind
check with Coach Reynolds on what kind of hats he's ordering. Get him some hats that'll stay on. Here comes the pitch, and it's right down the middle, and I'm assuming it must have been high or something.
Just a bit high.
Looked
Could
pretty
call
good
it
to
a
me,
ball.
Blue. Blue, I think you missed
You
that
should
one.
go down there and talk
I'm
to him
going
in
to
a
go down
minute.
there in here in a minute and interrupt the game and kick some dirt on him and tell him I like that one.
So it's 3-0.
3 balls, no strikes.
And no outs here.
Yep.
Top of the third.
So this is Caden Gutierrez pitching, and that ball's inside for ball number 4. So 4 straight pitches and a walk. And that'll send Gutierrez down to first base.
You think he's going to bunt? We got Noah Swift up there.
He's pretty swift. Kind of like Taylor, but he's Noah. He'll step into that right-handed batter's box. Swift at home. Gutierrez with the lead over at first for the Portales Rams. They throw back over, and woof, they definitely made him think about it.
You got back with courage, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Good move there by Benton over to first base. High for ball number 1.
That's what 5 straight balls he's thrown here.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, Marty Rodriguez out there listening to baseball. Says baseball can be a little boring sometimes, but he likes listening to us because we make it entertaining. That's what we're here for, Marty. We're here for your pleasure, nobody else's.
Just yours.
Just yours.
Turn it up loud.
That's right. That's right. The
That's
man,
ball
the
2
myth.
here.
Speaking of Marty Rodriguez, he's got a daughter that's one heck of a basketball player, Alina Rodriguez. She's been killing it in the offseason up there in Albuquerque, playing with a travel team up there and doing lots of workouts and whatnot. Set a 3-point record this year for 3-pointers in a season for the Lady Cardinals. Here comes the pitch. It's right down the middle, and that's got to be a strike. Oh, man.
Just a bit high makes it 3-0. 3 balls, 0 strikes with the runner on first for Portales.
I'm assuming the ump, last time we had that left side of the plate that the ump didn't like. I don't think this one likes that belly button or above area. It's got to be at the belt or below for it to be a strike for this one. So.
That being said, it was a strike on the outside corner here, so it's 3-1 on the batter.
So here comes the pitch. It's a swing and a miss, and I mean the wind off that swing
Changed the
blew
direction
the
of the flag
flag over there. It changed it.
So it brings it to a full count here with the runner on first. So are you going to move the runner, or are you going to see what happens?
Yeah, I'll probably let him boogie. No, I probably wouldn't because Pierce will throw him out. And there's a high inside, and off he goes to first.
Ball 4, and here comes Coach Reynolds. Talk to the pitcher. Portales has runners on first and second. I wonder
like they're going to make a change.
Nope.
No?
The way they were running in, they looked like they were. Huh?
He's telling everybody else to go back where they were. He's going to go talk to the pitcher alone.
This is a private conversation.
Yeah.
That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors: Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Herrera's Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Park Energy Service, BTA Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Eunice Health Clinic. He went up there and talked real fast.
Yep.
He got to the point, huh?
I think he asked him what he had for lunch. It's like, what'd you have for lunch, buddy? You must not have ate the Outlaw Grill.
Outlaw Grill special, huh?
That's right. So anyway, Ben's back on the mound.
Who's up the bat? Rains, huh?
Swift, he's up there swiftly.
It's number 2, Swift.
Oh, no,
Swift got on first. He walked.
Yeah, Swift's on first.
This batter got hit in the head last time he was batting. So we got runners on first and second with no outs. The Portales Rams are threatening again.
Yeah, Rains got hit by a pitch in his last at bat. He took it right off the noggin.
Oh, he kind of check swing, so they call it a strike. Count is 0-2.
Yeah, the Portales coach over there is waving his arms around. He didn't like the call again. He's probably going to come down here and talk about it for another 30 minutes. No, he decided to stay there, so here we go again. Zeke with the look, the kick, and the pitch. It's a
beautiful
breaking
ball,
ball,
and
it's in there, and a called strike, and the batter slams his bat down. And now the ump is like, I better not see any more of that bat slamming.
And as the batter's walking away, he's pointing toward himself. Me?
Yep.
Who else? So that's out number 1 for the Portales Rams.
The ump gave him the Dikembe Mutombo. Not in my house.
No.
No. You will not slam your bat down around me. So, yeah, that's been a technical in basketball. So there's the first pitch. It's a ball.
Yes, sir, on Mulberry.
This is number 10. He's not
Mayberry.
a mulberry. He's a Mayberry.
Mayberry, not a mulberry.
Mulberry's a tree. Mayberry's a town.
He wish he was big as a tree.
He's got a tree in his hand. That's a bat, wood bats. We still play with those here in New Mexico. It's probably made of mulberry.
That's ball 2.
Zane Mayberry, the pitcher. He's been throwing bullets like Barney Mayberry. Here comes the pitch. Runners at first and second. They're going, too. They've lost their marbles. Oh, and there's an out.
Oh, we got him. Conacher Pierce threw him out going to third. Beautiful job by number 1 in your heart there. You see how he caught the ball and fell on the runner?
Yeah, he really dove out there. The
stretched down, got it. Good job, Jorge Ontiveros.
Yeah, I think the coach is unhappy with his hitter because I guess they had a hit and run going.
I concur.
And the batter stood there and took the pitch and gave Conacher a clear gun down to third base to pick off the runner. So that eliminates one of the base runners. So now there's one runner left at second.
With 2 outs here.
2 outs. Zeke Benton on the hill, trying to get himself out of this little predicament he found himself in a few minutes ago. There's a high inside for ball number 4.
That's ball 3, I believe.
Are they bringing him back?
That's ball 3. The umpire said, "Come on back, son. Come on back."
He says that's just number 3.
I'm like, those are some fast, quick balls there.
Yeah.
So it's 3-1 on this young batter.
Yeah, I don't.
With 2 outs.
Well, they're still having some discussion.
Hey, nobody believes the blue out there, do they?
Maybe I need to be a baseball coach. I like arguing with refs and umps, and that's what they do around here. That ball's right down the middle for strike number 2. So full count, 2 outs. Zeke giving himself a chance to get out of this inning.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that, sir.
So here goes Zeke with the look, the kick, and the delivery.
Ooh.
And that ball is just a little inside.
High and inside.
For ball number 4.
Now is ball number 4.
And this will be Trevin Price. The Price was right the last time he was up to bat. He had that RBI single into the outfield. So Price, the left-hander, steps into that left-handed batter's box. He's got runners at first and second. Here comes a big breaking ball right across the plate for strike number 1. Nice looking pitch.
Beautiful breaking ball. How do we get ahead of the batter? So don't strike up in there.
0-1. Benton looks, kicks, and he delivers, and that breaking ball is going to stay outside for ball number 1.
Count is 1-1 on Price. Portales has runners on first and second with 2 outs. Scored is 2-0. Portales' favor.
So Trevin is ready. Here comes the pitch. It's a drive.
Oh, beautiful.
And a nice play by Marcus Tricero, who stretches out, makes the catch right down the line for out number 3.
He looked like a deer out there when he catching that ball.
Yeah, a John Deere.
Very, very. A John Deere.
Little green tractor sitting over there on
on first base.
Speaking of tractors, if you need a tractor, you can run on down to Eunice Pump and Supply. I don't know if they'll have one, but they got everything else that you need. Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, and crew. Parker Energy Services, Brett and Penny Parker. Brett Parker can drive a John Deere tractor. I've seen him do it around his yard over there, and he always keeps a really nice yard. BTH Services and Rental, Chad Howler. I think he could shoot a deer, or maybe he knows a guy named John. And Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Elma, Aaron, Yachty, and all the gang. The Eunice Public Schools, they don't have a John or a deer, so Carlos Herrera, the Herrera's Oil Field. The City of Eunice, they got a John that works for them, old John Dietrich. He gets some work done down there at the City of Eunice. The Zia Auto Shop, he could probably make you a deer and stick it one of them decals on your car because he does some things like that. Fix your deer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
your tractor.
Good. Yep. Redbird Gas, he'll fuel your John Deere tractor up and get you going. Bart Parker. So Eunice gets out of the top half of the third. Had several runners on base there for a while. We're able to pick some off and get them out of there.
That good defense stepped in when we needed to help Zeke out a little bit.
That's right. That's right.
So we got Marcus up the bat, man. He had a great game last game. Came in hitting the ball to win the game last time.
Yes, he did. So we'll see if we can get him going here. Marcus Trocero, the senior, number 22, son of Sandra.
Our first baseman here that made that beautiful catch a minute ago in the inning over there.
She's part of that Eunice Public School fam.
Yes, sir, she is.
So here comes the pitch from Mayberry.
Ooh.
It's high and inside.
I was going to nick him on the elbow.
Almost nicked him on the little brim of the bill of that helmet he's got on. Is that like a flat white, that helmet? You know, you got black and you got flat black. That's like a flat white. It's not shiny. It's that flat white.
Yes, it is. Ball 2 on Marcus.
He ought to get the shiny one because maybe that would put a little reflection in the pitchers. You know, make it hard for him to concentrate. Get like a chromed mirrored helmet. Here comes the pitch. It's fouled off. Did that hit the ump?
Correct.
That'll learn him.
Hit him right in the shoulder, between the shoulder and the neck area.
Oh, I thought it got him on the helmet, the little helmet. Yeah. Yeah, it hit that helmet, I think. That's why I said that. If it, I figured the helmet will protect him, so I talk a little bit of trash, you know, in a joking way. If I knew it whacked him in the arm, I'd be a little nicer because they don't have any protection there. So Marcus steps back in. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Eunice trails here 2-0. Here comes the pitch from Mayberry. He threw that one right over toward, man, I don't even know what towns are near Mayberry.
Don't get me to lie.
I don't. There's got to be a town by Mayberry.
The count is 3-1 on Marcus. He drew a walk. He's asking the web already. So Marcus drew a walk. We got a runner on for Eunice. I believe this is the second runner we've had on since Tippett.
Well, and we hadn't even made it through our lineup once yet.
Huh.
So we've got Gio on. He's got some La Tropa Efe or some Los Tigres or somebody going. I hear the music. I'm wanting to get out there and start doing some 2-2-2-2 on my steps.
Yeah, go put your boots on, huh?
That's right. That's right. I got some of them boots. Here comes. He squares around, going to bunt. He misses the bunt. There's a high fly ball thrown into deep center field. I think they were trying to pick the runner off, but looked more like a pop fly. So the runner safely reaches second.
It's a good job by their shortstop backing up that throw. If not, Marcus would have been on third.
So I think Gio was trying to bunt that ball. He missed it, and then the catcher was a little confused for just a second, and he threw a, we used to call those, is it ephus? Ephus. He threw it out to. So there is some towns around Mayberry. So 1 ball, 1 strike. There are some towns around Mayberry for those of you that didn't know. So Andy was probably getting all that out-of-town riffraff that came into his town from those places. There's a nice bunt right down the third base line. It's going to be a good one. And Gio Chacon delivers one heck of a bunt.
You see the third baseman? He knows to come get the ball and stay on the bag.
Yeah, because the bunt went right down third, and it was a solid bunt. I mean, under most circumstances, that wouldn't have been a very good bunt, but with the runner going, it was perfect because the third baseman couldn't come off the bag.
To field the ball. So.
Yeah, so a great single bunt I'll put on my little notes here. By Chacon, advances the runner.
We got Micah Tippett up the bat.
Chacon's gone. Chacon, and they're going to try to throw him down, and they miss him, so he's safe.
That was very closer than we should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
They were 100% trying to get him out.
Yep.
So we got runners on third and second for the Eunice Cardinals, and Micah Tippett up the bat.
Well, and I love Marcus to death, but it's not like he's got the jet wheels on over there in third. So Coach Reynolds held him on third. So now runners at second, third. There's a drive toward deep right center field. It's going to stay in play. The wind's got it, but that's going to easily advance the runners. So Tippett with the RBI fly out to deep right center.
Good job, Tippett, getting the runners moved over and get a base. Score here.
RBI fly out.
So it's 1-2.
Yep. That'll bring up Jorge Ontiveros, number 1 in our hearts.
With 1 out, man. Runner on third.
Uno in our heart.
Uno en tu corazón.
Yeah, there you go, in that right there.
Yes, sir.
That's him. He's up. He's ready. The right-hander, the senior. Runner standing on third. There's a drive right down the third base line, and They fire it, but that's going to score a run, so they pick off Ontiveros headed for first, but Chacon scores.
So the score's now 2-2, 0-0, they call it that in baseball. That brings Tucker up the bat. Good job by Ontiveros getting that run home, which was much needed. And they barely got him out at first.
So
He's
that
running.
evens up the game at 2-2. Can't even hardly say it, but 2-2. Chance Tucker, number 9, comes up to the plate, the right-hander. Bases are cleared now. That ball's going to be just a little high and outside for ball number 1.
On Tucker. A lot of activity happened that inning, huh?
Yeah.
It's happening this inning. It's not over yet.
So far, a good inning for the Cardinals. 2 outs here as Tucker steps back in. Here comes the pitch, and it's right on the edge. They're going to call that strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And 2 outs.
2 runs scored here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Cardinals. Mayberry on the hill for Portales. He fires that one a low and outside.
I believe the girls are playing softball today against Dow, correct?
Yeah, there's some activity going on over there on the on the Eunice softball field. Someone said there was a spotting of a Jow bus, so I'm assuming it's Jow and Eunice. Unless Jow just came down to watch some softball.
Do some scouting, huh?
You never know what might be happening in Panther country.
The count is 3-1 here on Tucker.
So it's 3-1. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for ball number 4.
Drew a walk. So the inning continues.
So Tucker over to first. He leads the team in stolen bases, or did coming into today. I think Tippett may have tied him with that stolen base earlier. Conacher Pierce will step into that right-handed batter's box.
Call a timeout on the field. Not no more, huh?
So here we go. Mayberry back on the hill. Looks like we got a big lead over there at first. I mean, they're all but already running. He's going, and now we're...
Get there.
He's safe.
He's safe. That's a delay tag on him. He slid under the tag, and they called him safe.
Yep.
They chased him back all the way to first base, but he slid right under the tag. And no coach has come out to argue nothing yet.
Oh, man, the Portales faithful. This guy over here about threw his umbrella off. He jumped up, was waving that umbrella around. The ump turned around and was talking to him.
He's still pointing at him.
Like I said, he's him and the guy up here with the umbrella looking like Mary Poppins. They're not getting along about that call.
Imagine that.
So here comes the lead, big lead again over there. And
he's
there he
gone.
goes again. He's like, you know what? And they throw it into center field.
But second base is backing up. So
yeah.
He
Is that
stolen
Chance?
Base. Yes, sir, it is.
Chance
He must have
Tucker,
heard you.
Man, I'm telling you. He was
Gets
moved.
two.
And they went him out. He's wandering around limping, and now
We're going to third.
Yeah.
No. Ball
right.
2.
So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here. Eunice has scored 2. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Drive right toward the gap. It's going to advance the runner. They're going to throw it toward first, and that'll get the out number 3 on the ground out from Pierce.
So Eunice stranded 1 as he stole the second. Conacher hit a nice shot to shortstop. They fielded and barely got him out by 2 steps. But Eunice came back in the game. Now it's 2-2 here.
2-2. Want to shout out to them sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you, sponsors, for making our broadcast possible.
Thank you. It's a good job. Good base running on Tucker. When he got there, he right away hit the brakes and came back, and he slid under that tag, but nobody from Portales came out and talked to the refs, but
Except the ones in the bleachers.
they continue hollering at him.
Well, I don't know if they
Which
still
one was
are,
it? Was the one here or the one with the black umbrella?
Yeah, the guy in the black hat, he had a black umbrella over there. the wife's in the red and black
flannel.
checkers. Yeah, yeah, he was.
Not happy with it, huh?
And see, I guess the ump's telling the other one now because he's looking up there. But,
Watch out.
Yeah, he did not like the call. From my angle, It was close.
It was close.
And I don't right, wrong, indifferent. I don't know. It was one of those 50.
When I seen him go down and he
calls.
tagged him up above like shoulder area, so
Yeah.
he slid under the tag, under
Yeah.
the slide. I mean under the tag. But it's a good job of him getting back and stealing the base right after that.
See, they're having words again.
He smiled about it too,
Yeah.
the umpire.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta have tough skin, man, being one of these umpires, especially in this part of the world.
That's why I couldn't. I don't have that kind of tough skin. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we are in the top of the fourth. We're going to start the fourth inning here. Oh yeah,
He's ready to get over with, isn't he?
2-2.
The good thing about the last inning, the Cardinals started getting the sticks going.
Yep. Got some runs on the board to even this game out. And number 12, Alex Garcia.
Was that my
Steps
daughter
to the
announcing?
plate. Somebody's over there announcing. Is that Bill Dance sitting over there in the front of the bleachers? Kind of looks like him.
It sure does.
The guy that
doesn't it?
used to do the fishing shows when I was a kid. Here comes the pitch. That ball is swung
You
and
call it
strike
strike.
number 1.
A little check swing.
Yeah.
They check over towards first base umpire, and he called it a strike. It sure does look like
Look
him.
like
don't it?
Bill Dance.
It's
He
wrong.
used to sing that fishing song,
That's
Go
so
On Fishing. I used to watch him and think I need to be out fishing.
Swinging and miss, strike 2 on this batter for Portales.
So 0-2. This batter's number 12, Alex Garcia. I think there's a fishing reel called a Abu Garcia. So Garcia got the little fisherman over here on the front. Here comes Jorge Ontiveros charging up. He flips over to
Beautiful
first,
play.
and he gets him in a great play by Jorge, number 1 in your hearts, Ontiveros.
How he came in, he got it off the big hop. Caldo went straight from his glove to his hands and just rocketed towards first base.
Yep.
Good job on both parts, man. On
Yeah.
Marcus and number 1 in your heart.
Yep.
So makes it out number 1.
Yes, sir.
Makes up number 4.
So that's Devin Diaz.
I like that. Devin Diaz. Related to the Diaz brothers from California.
DD, double D. He's up. He's up to the plate. Steps in there. It's 2-2.
Swinging.
Devin Diaz up
That's one strike, correct?
in the right-handed batter's box. Yeah, it's 0-1.
Ooh,
2-2. When I
breaking
said
ball.
2-2, I was thinking the
Yes.
score was 2-2. So nice breaking ball there for strike number 2. It's got 1 out here on Portales. Zeke Benton on the mound. Here's a pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike number 3. So 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes. That's a tongue
I
twister.
thought you were going to say swings for a second.
Yeah. You get
He
to
went
saying
down.
some of these things, you get to talking about them, your tongue gets all twisted.
Look how many 2s are on that scoreboard.
It's a bunch.
21 with the bat, 2 outs, 2 runs for Eunice, 2 runs for Portales.
Miguel Gomez up. He flew out his first at bat, and there's a nice breaking ball by Benton for strike number 1.
He's feeling that breaking ball.
Yes, he is.
He's throwing it very well tonight.
So Benton back on the mound. He kicks and fires, and that ball's right down the middle. That's got to be it. Is strike number
It
2.
was a little high earlier.
So 2 strikes here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lots of 2s on the board. 2-2's
Ooh,
the score, and
he
that's a
strike-
beautiful breaking ball for strike number 3. So the K there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts for Benton so far.
He came in and took care of business this inning, man, like our sponsors do. Like, for
Yeah.
example, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Harris Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas. He went in and took care of business, man. I thought the coach was going to talk to the umpire, and he didn't, huh?
No, he decided not to this time. He's
It's
like, it
Eunice's
hadn't
turn.
worked any of these other innings. Oh, we got a discussion going on here. Maybe they're making a substitution. Are they pulling a book out? So
Well, they
no,
probably are.
maybe about to have a substitution. I'm guessing.
Or have is that Billy?
Is it Billy?
Number 6.
Might be Billy. Oh, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Jackson in the house, state champion coach of the Eunice Cardinal football team.
I can't see his number from here. Number 8.
Number 8 is Billy
Billy
Blevins.
Blevins.
So Billy Blevins checking into the ball game. He's going to step up here and bat.
Who's he going to bat for?
I don't know, but the ump is headed to the dugout. of Portales.
I was kind of giving an update on their books.
Oh, okay. Let's see, where were we at over here? So
He's gonna
Zeke Benton.
He's gonna be back for Zeke.
So I'm guessing Zeke is probably going to come off the hill.
Or save his legs.
Yeah.
Have a pinch hitter.
Can in baseball now, can you pinch hit for somebody and leave that person in the field? You couldn't when I played, but I think like the pinch runner thing, they've changed all that up since I played. When I was playing, which that's back in the Stone Ages when Fred Flintstone was pushing his car around, but
You played baseball when it was new, huh?
that's right. That's right. We still had them old rawhide sewed together balls that you could knock the cover off of and whatnot.
So that brings Billy Blevins up the bat.
All right, so Billy Blevins steps in. Mayberry's still slinging bullets like Barney on the hill. There's a swing and a miss for strike number 1 to Blevins. Blevins, the sophomore. I called him the outlaw Billy the Kid Blevins during basketball. We'll see what he is here during baseball. Here's the pitch. A swing and a drive right up toward the center. It almost gets the gap to shortstop with a heck of a play for Portales.
Hey, that guy covered a lot of ground,
Yes,
man.
he did. And then scooped it and made a rocket throw over to first. I wish he would have thrown it like he just tried to throw it as they were throwing it around the horn. He threw it to left field. But on that play, he fired it right over to first base where he needed to for the out. So Blevins grounds out.
Brings Jonathan up the bat, Caballero.
Blevins with the ground out. Trying to keep my notes going here.
Gonna be ball 1.
Jonathan Caballero takes ball number 1.
Zeke. No, that's
Sean Stinson. Stinson? Stick.
There you go.
All
Remember
right.
his nickname.
Yep. So here goes Stinson. I mean, yeah. Caballero. You got me messed up now. What's it?
Ball. Two
So
balls, no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes. Bill Dance back on the set here. He's cruising down the bleachers. Going fishing.
You had me looking at him. You're a fool.
Going fishing. All right, here's the pitch, and it is low and outside
Ball 3.
for 3 balls, no strikes here to Caballero.
And Sticks is chasing more balls than the catcher has.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely getting a workout back there.
Eunice has 1 out here at the bottom of the 4th.
So Caballero steps back in there. He's hugging the plate. I would guess he would take, and he does. He takes ball number 4.
The ball bounced. The pitcher's pointing towards his shoulder. Did you see him? He was doing this right here, tapping his shoulder.
I looked down making some notes. He's stretching the shoulder a little bit.
He was looking towards the coach, too. I mean,
The coach is like, get out there and toughen it up. You're from Mayberry. Andy wouldn't be happy with you. Yep.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so now it looks like maybe we're going to make a change. Oh no, I was going to say Caballero may be getting a runner.
He needs it. He's been thrown out twice so far this year.
Oh, yeah?
Last year he was pretty good. This year he's kind of sluggish.
I got one of those parachutes at the house. If you need to get him up there on that football field and hook that parachute to his back, let him run a little bit.
Especially with this wind, huh?
He'd be in jowl in no time. Yeah.
Well, they're taking the pitch now, number 10. He's a sophomore. He's pointing towards his shoulder earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing in their second baseman. Oh, I can't see his number from here.
It looks maybe like Gomez.
It's Gomez. He has the Gomez figure.
Yeah.
21.
21, that's Gomez.
Yes, Miguel Gomez. As we figure this out, we give a shout out to our sponsors. City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Herrera's Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service are proud sponsors of today's game, and Thursday's game, and Saturday's games.
Yeah, and on Thursday's games, my understanding is that the Lovington crew, TJ Miracle, will be down here handling that game, which has worked out good for me. They didn't ask, but I didn't mind because we have a track meet that day.
Where's that one going to be at?
In Jow.
Oh.
Had their first real track meet of the season yesterday, and I left early, so I didn't get the final results and whatnot. But I tell you, both boys and girls relay teams did extremely well. I was really surprised at how well they did. They did a really good job on the relay teams yesterday. So
For being their first full track meet.
yeah, and a lot of kids running together that haven't run together, over the last couple of years. It new people in those spots, and so I was pleasantly surprised with the relay teams yesterday. They did a good job.
That's saying a lot because in the first meet, you usually had bad handoffs or get out too soon or a couple of missed starts. But it sounds like they're getting started pretty good over there.
Thank you. So
Like that hair, Coach.
Coach Jackson's leaving us. He's headed out the door.
With that windy breeze out there.
Yeah, that wind. He's got that comb over. As you get older, like me, I never had a comb over, but as I'm getting a little older, I've got the comb over going. Jackson, he's a little ahead of me because he's probably at least 10, 15 years younger than me, and he's got the comb over going already. And on windy days like today, that comb over can end up like a mohawk because it flips up in the wind and stands straight up, and the next thing you know, you don't have that part anymore. You've got like what do they call those? The last couple of years, they named those like frohawks or something, where they puff up in the top. So anyway, he's got quite the hairdo going in this wind.
Where do you come up with this stuff, man?
I just make it up on the fly.
Sometimes I'm speechless. I'm like, I've known you for a long time, but good Lord. How you doing, sir?
I just make it up on the fly. How are you, sir? All right.
So here we go, boys and girls.
So
Portales had a pitching change here. They put Miguel Gomez, and their last pitcher they took out and put him on. Where did they put him?
I think he went straight to the dugout.
Okay.
So Stinson comes into the right-handed batter's box for the Cardinals. 1 out here. We've got a runner on first. It looks like he's thinking he'll go, and he does. He gets a late jump, and it's a woo, and they got him.
That ball curved into him, too. With that wind got it, but they got him.
You said a while ago before he ran that he needed
He's
a
0 for
pinch
3.
runner because he'd been thrown out every time he tried to steal.
He's
so
0 for 3.
He's over. So,
And last year he was stealing bases left and right.
So Caballero gets thrown out at second. Oh, okay.
So that's 1 out. There's a charge right here.
So that was 2 balls, no strikes here. 2 outs. Score is 2-2.
I can't unplug it because it won't plug the box.
Oh yeah, you don't have a.
I can move over there.
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
All right. And
It's
it's
a foul ball.
2 balls, 1 strike now. We had a little. Charlie's running the app off his phone, and his phone's about to die. So he was talking to us, trying to figure out how to charge his phone. But he is on his way to get a charger, and he'll be back here in just a second. So if the balls and strikes look a little off, that's why.
Oh, high and inside. So strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
And there's a lot of 2s on that board now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2 is the score. Stinson, the senior, steps in. He's ready. Miguel Gomez, the pitcher for Portales. There's a drive over toward second base. Stinson tries to beat it out, unable to do so. At the end of the 4th inning, it's going to be 2-2, and we will
Go to commercials.
Yeah, we'll talk about some
Sponsors.
Yep.
We'll talk about Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, the auto shop, Eunice Health Clinic, Herrera's Oil Field, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Public Schools, BTH Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service. On that last inning, we had a runner thrown out in second as he tried to attempt the steal. We had a pinch hitter for Zeke, hit the ball up towards shortstop, threw him out, and then we had a pitching change for the Portales Rams. Their pitcher went to the dugout. He's grabbing his shoulder as he left, and they put Gomez in the pitch, and he took care of business.
Yeah.
He faced 1 batter, which was Stinson, and he hit the ball towards second base, which second baseman played it cleanly and threw it out towards first base and got him out.
And all that, while that was happening, my phone just kept ringing multiple times. So as soon as that out happened, I went ahead and muted my mic to answer my phone. And it was one of them dumb, you've recently been here. Can you give us a survey of what you think? And it's like, why do you people call me like 5 times in a row for that? If I didn't answer the first time, it's probably a sign. But anyway.
So I'm assuming you didn't fill out the survey?
No. No, I didn't do their survey. I just hung up immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway.
At work, we have to do a training for our internet, for our emails and stuff, and it gives you a quiz.
Oh.
And it tells you about certain things you shouldn't answer and apply.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you get locked out of your own computer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's the way things go. So anyway, here we go. We kept the same pitcher, so I guess it was just a courtesy batter or whatever for the pitcher.
A pinch hitter, I guess. Who knows?
I don't
So
know
that brings
what
us to
you
the
call
top of the lineup for the Portales Rams.
That's Andrew Ontiveros.
It's literally spelled like it sounds, huh?
Yes, yeah, that's a different spelling of Andrew. There's a foul tip for strike number 1. Andrew, Andru.
What
Yep.
has she been announcing to us?
I don't know. Andre?
The Giant up the bat.
I have Andrew, but it is possible I'm wrong. Let's see here.
Oh, strike. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes with 0 out here on Andrew or
It's
Andre.
Max Preps, and we all know how accurate that seems to be nowadays, says Andru, so Andrew.
We'll go off on Tiveros.
Yep. So there's 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here on Andre Ontiveros.
On Tiveros. Is that spelled the same way as the other one? It sure is, huh?
Ontiveros, yep.
Oh, wild
There's
pitch out
a
there.
Wild thing pitch.
Makes it a
Ball
full
was
count.
Just a bit outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That guy still out there? He sure is, huh? The fisherman.
Oh, yeah, Bill Dance. He's still sitting there front row.
You don't have a Tennessee hat on, does he?
No, and Bill Dance always wore a Tennessee hat.
Ooh, very close, but it was a ball 4. Barely misses the inside corner on Andrew Ontiveros, so he runs down to first base. So the Portales has a runner on first. They bring up number 3.
Caden Gutierrez, he's got a ground out and a walk on the day. So Ontiveros from Portales will be on first. Gutierrez will be at the plate, the right-handed batter.
Let's see if he lays the bunt down for the speedy Ontiveros. And he does not.
There's a pitch right down the middle for strike number 1.
That would have been a good pitch to bunt.
No balls, 1 strike. Eunice, as we mentioned earlier, tied it up in that 3rd inning. It's 2-2. Zeke steps off the mound, forces the runner back to first.
Keep that runner on this time.
Yeah, I would guess from the look of the lead he had the last time, it sure looked like he was thinking about going. Nope. Oh, and there is a foul ball bunt. Almost takes out the on-deck batter over there. Or I guess that would be the in-the-hole batter.
On deck.
Well, this guy would be on deck, right?
Just the one on deck. Oh,
Yeah,
the one way down there.
it
Yeah, I
almost
didn't see him.
Yeah, it almost hit the one way down there.
I thought I could not see him from my angle. Number 2.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah. He's hiding behind the box from you. You got to look through them bunny ears to be able to see him right there.
Gotta look back past our fisherman out there.
Right over the top of Bill Dance.
Bill
Gone
Dance.
fishing. Wish I was fishing.
Where'd you fish at around here?
Man, nowhere around here.
Lake
I'd go
Ivy?
somewhere where there's like some.
And he's gone.
There's a breaking ball. It's hit over towards second base. They run in unable
the
to get it
ball.
out of the glove. So that's going to advance the runner and put runners at first and second. No outs here. So the runner was going to second, and that kind of threw the group off. And because the second baseman started his movement towards second to back up the throw, and then the ball was hit to where he was. So he had to reverse fields and change directions, go back. He made a good play on the ball, but couldn't get it out of his glove to fire it over. So that is a grounder. Let's see here. Get my little notes cut back up.
So Swift's up the bat, huh? Strike, miss. Swinging and miss, strike 1. So look at his play. See what he's going to do here.
Swift's got a strikeout and a walk on the day.
Square up and butt, I bet.
Noah Swift, no relation to Taylor, and they throw it back
Ooh, barely missed it. He threw it.
If the throwback had been on the other side of the bag, he had him clean.
It was a clean out, but he threw it on the opposite side.
Yep.
I'm just glad that Tucker was able to go out there and reach and get the ball.
Yes. Yeah, and keep it out of center field. Yep. Yep. Here comes Charlie, the man, the myth, the legend. If you ever wonder what the cameraman looks like, that is him right there. Look at those glasses. Those got to be Ray-Bans. All right, so let's see.
Strike two, sir.
We gave you some airtime there, Charlie. We talked about you as you were walking up, getting a close-up. All right. Oh, Pierce does a good job of scooping that one.
Ooh. Kept the ball in front of him.
Yeah.
And then after he got the ball, he threw it towards first base. As the runner advances from second to third, putting Portales' players on the corners.
He forces that runner back to first, so still 2-2 here, the score. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zeke Benton on the hill. Conager Pierce catching for the Cardinals.
He went out there and gave a sign. Let's see what they're going to do, cut off the ball.
Yeah, it looked like he was
Or just try to get him out second.
mixing them up a little bit. Either that or he had an itch across his chest and down both arms. Oh, my goodness. Oof. Oof.
We tried to, I think we got the runner out.
We did. We got the
second.
runner at second. And then we, not so good a throw over to first.
But a score does come home.
Yes. Yeah, so that ball was hit to the third baseman. Ontiveros from his knees picked it up and chunked it to second. At second, they were able to tag the base, and they tried to pull the double play and flip it to first, but not a very good throw there, and it was pretty late anyway.
Yeah, the ball was hit fast towards third. He had to get on his knees and throw it towards second, so that took a lot of bit off the throw. I'm glad we got one out of that whole process there. So Portales has a runner on first with 1 out.
So this will be Raines.
Low and outside for ball 1 on Raines.
Oh, and now we got a timeout. I don't know.
He's in the wrong
gonna
position.
move.
Yeah, he's between second.
All right, now he's happy. So he's out there near second. Ooh, big breaking ball. But didn't come back quite enough.
Did not break, which is a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that thing would have broke late, I think would have been out there by that big old brown bull.
Yeah. They weren't out there by the
Swing
brown
and
bull.
misses to that one. So the count is 2 balls, 1 strike.
So
1
2
out.
balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That's a big swing by
Big ol'
Raines.
hack.
So here comes the pitch. It's a big breaking ball again, and
Yeah.
it catches the
It
corner.
was a delay strike, but it was a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Raines. He's the one that got hit by the pitch earlier, hit him right in the forehead, and he never even flinched. He just took it off the forehead. Pierce does a real good job of keeping that ball in front of him.
Ooh. Throws a bullet back to the pitcher.
He's going to hurt his pitcher.
He got some bum ankle.
Yeah. Yep.
The score is 3-2 Portales' favor here at the top of the
And it's a
fifth.
3-2 count as well. So we got a lot of
Runner's going.
3-2s.
Strike him out, throw him out. Ooh.
So anyway, the runner reaches second on the strikeout. So that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts so far for Benton.
Daniel Herrera, the batter up. Guess he must have put him in earlier in the game.
Number 31, I show.
He was a sub. I think they put him on third. He moved the third baseman to second for Portales.
I don't know why, but my deal shows Isaac. And over here it shows Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
So he's either a Daniel Isaac or an Isaac Daniel. Or maybe I wrote the wrong dang name on my sheet and he might just be Daniel.
I'm going to go on the limb and say he might be Daniel.
I'm going to call him Herrera.
Because he looks 6'4" and 250 pounds to me.
Oh, yeah, that's a large man. I would guess he's probably like a defensive end or a 2 technique on the football team.
Could be.
Anyway.
He has a strikeout here on the baseball field.
Yep. So here we go. And there is a ball that is driven over probably toward I don't know, like Diana's Cafe up on Main Street.
That kid is taking hacks up there. He's swinging hard.
Man.
He has 2 strikes on him. Don't look curveball here.
0-2. I'd say throw him a changeup, but if he sat back and waited on it, he might hit it out there toward them 2 campers that are out there by them 3 cattle out in center field.
That's what he does.
Oh, and there is a high fly
Staying
foul
alive.
over the lights and onto the school, I'm guessing.
He's fighting off that pitch on the outside corner.
Mm-hmm.
Pushes it foul from Mr. Was it Daniel Herrera? Is that what we decided it was?
I'm just going to call him Herrera.
Let's call him Herrera then.
I'll
He looks
call
like
him-
Jeremy Herrera, don't he?
I'll call him whatever he wants to be called. He's 6'4", 250. That's a big young man.
Ooh.
And there's a high ball, even high to a 6'4" guy.
A good pitch to waste.
Yep.
Brings the count 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's a 3-2 game here as Portales has put 1 run on the board in this inning.
And the wind is still blowing.
There's a big breaking ball that he rung him
Ooh.
up, set him
Ooh.
down. He didn't like it. I like it because I'm from Eunice. I probably wouldn't like it otherwise. But anyway, it's strike number 3.
Portales leaves 1 stranded after they come in and get the lead again off a couple of errors off the Eunice players. But here we go, bottom of the 6th. Give a shout out to our sponsors. Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Our proud sponsors of today's game. That last call, man, Conacher was standing up when he caught it.
Yeah,
I guess he came up and it broke.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I concur with you.
That's-
I mean,
That's 6 strikeouts for Benton in this game.
once again with the tender ankle.
Yeah, yeah. So
He's doing his job. I mean, he's going out there, putting the ball in play. Our defense isn't performing as good tonight as it usually is.
Well, and the coach for Portales that time walked right by the home plate ump, who I'm assuming he didn't agree with the call, and went over there and just letting the other ump hear about it. So he's still out there letting him hear about it. Yeah, he's like, I've chewed on this guy enough this game. I'm going to go let this guy hear it a while. So he's over there letting that one hear it. And Portales is up 3-2, and, man, they've done a lot of ump chewing in this game.
A lot from the get-go.
Or maybe they just conversate that
They
way.
probably know. They're probably old friends, catching up on old times.
Yeah,
You see, there's that 31. He's playing third base for Portales.
yeah. Yeah, he
So-
covers a lot of ground over there at third base.
That he does.
Cardinals, number 22, Marcus.
So Tercero will come back to the plate. You know, these Cardinals haven't had a lot of at-bats this game. This is only Tercero's 2nd time to the plate, and we're in the 5th inning. So that we just haven't been able to really get any rhythm going.
Since last game, they were kind of sluggish and slow.
Agreed.
I don't know if we need to change something up or what.
I don't know. So there's a swing and a miss for strike number 1 to Marcus Tercero. Need some base runners here.
That we do.
It is a windy day here in Eunice, America.
We don't feel it much up here in the press box, but
That's beautiful up here.
it's nice.
Get a little tan through the glass.
High and ball 1, so it's 1-1 on Marcus.
Got a little AC blowing over the top shoulder. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. I'm thinking about getting my slippers and my little
Yep.
home lounging pajama pants and
As long as you have pants on, we don't mind.
my bunny slippers. Here comes a pitch that's going to be a little low and outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs.
He was a hero the last game they played here Saturday
Oh,
afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Hit a nice deep shot towards.
Bases loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Eunice trailing by 1, and he nailed it into, or I think it was tied by that point, but still he nailed it out there. There is a fought-off foul ball headed up into the net. It's going to roll back over. You find yourself, you know, kind of like playing pool, like watching the ball to see if it goes in the hole.
Yeah, he fought that ball off. He came right on his hands,
Mm-hmm.
staying alive. What's going on here? Oh, the blue ain't got no balls? No, they
The
don't.
coach don't?
The blue, he's getting some more from the coach.
Oh,
Coach has all the balls for him.
yeah. All right.
And that one stayed up on the net.
Yeah, that one's hung up there. Fall in that hole in a minute, maybe.
Hit somebody hit your fisherman, huh?
Shout out to, Bill Dance over there on the front row. Parker Energy Services, BTH Services Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, the City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Herrera's Oil Field, and the Eunice Public Schools make this broadcast possible. Batter's back in the batter's box, and he's ready to go. Eunice trails by 1. It's Marcus Tercero at the plate for the Cardinals. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch, and it's driven high over toward the first base line, and it's going to be caught. Just foul, but it is out.
For out number 1 here for the Eunice Cardinals. And if you notice, a lot of our players have hit a lot of pop flies, infield pop flies. It's just 2 things. One, they're not seeing the ball. They're just swinging a little too late.
Gio Chacon comes to the plate. He bunted a single in his first at bat, and he actually bunted a line drive down the third base line. It worked out perfect a while ago.
Advanced the runner, he got on base too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's ball 1 on Chacon.
So number 21, Miguel Gomez, is pitching for the Portales Rams. He's done a pretty good job since he came in.
Yeah, he has.
So here comes the kick and the pitch. Chacon was looking bunt again. Third baseman was charging in for Portales.
Way outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out for the Eunice Cardinals.
Yep. So
Chacon gets
here
in the
we go.
batter's box.
Here's the kick and the fire, and it's inside. Chacon jumped out of the way.
And make it look closer, huh?
Yep, shoot. One of their guys stood there a while ago and took one off the forehead without even flinching. Chacon was like, I'm not taking one in the
No.
leg. I'm getting out of the way.
So it's 3-0 on Chacon.
So here goes Gio. He's ready. Here comes the pitch. It's inside, and he dove out of the way of that one, too, but that'll be ball number 4.
So we got a runner on. We got Micah Tippett up the bat for the Eunice Cardinals.
So
He's
Gio
due.
with a walk. So Gio's reached base both times he's been up today.
Very good.
So Micah Tippett will step to the plate, the left-handed senior. He singled his first at bat. He had an RBI flyout to deep right field.
And then Portales, his head coach, calls times out, walks out to the umpire. That being said, we're going to give a
It's making
shout out
it
to our
hard to see.
sponsors. City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, Redbird
Yeah.
Gas, Herrera Oil Field,
I don't know
Eunice
what we can
Public
do about
Schools, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service Rentals, Eunice Eunice Pump and Supply, and
They're going to make
Eunice
a
Health
pitcher
Clinic.
change. So they are going to make a pitching change here, Portales
Ooh.
says.
we're bringing that lefty out.
Is that the guy that you said threw it hard?
He's the one who hit one of our players.
Oh, yeah. All right, so he's number, does it say 17? 17, that's Carson Pfaffenberger.
Has all his H's. He must be German.
Pfaffenberger. Carson Pfaffenberger comes in.
There's no way he's in 8th grade.
Is that what it says?
That's what this paper says.
He's a left-handed, long. He's got those red undersuit on. I mean, he looks like a pitcher, a left-handed pitcher even. He's
This paper says he's in 8th grade.
really. Well, if he is, he's a long 8th grader. But he looks like he can rock and fire a little bit. Charlie was mentioning he just pulled up the HobbsAmerica.com, was looking at our video, and the video is a little tough to see because the sun is shining right into our face, and it's got that glare off the window.
Yep, I have it over here. I can see it as well.
And
I wonder if we get a different window.
I don't know that there's much we could do about it without unwiring everything and taking a chance of losing
No,
the
not
signal.
this game.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the next game is not a. Today was scheduled as a doubleheader, but Portales overbooked their thing, so it's going to be a varsity JV.
Okay.
And anyway, so
And then Thursday, somebody else is going to do it, but we'll do it Saturday afternoon, so we won't see that glare again, huh?
correct. Well, yeah,
Hopefully.
it'll be early. Yeah, shouldn't have to. We had some people that asked us if we could do like we did in football and open the glass. The football field house has those big opening glass windows. Yeah, here you open it. Yeah, I mean there's some people around this town that could open it for us. They'd open it with like a sledgehammer or something and get in here and take all of our equipment out.
We get out there and throw a ball at. Hey, the ball came through the net. I don't know how it happened. We have Charlie on camera throwing the ball.
And then on the next day where the dirt was blowing and it was cold, we'd all be sitting up here shivering with dirt in our teeth. But
Cursing Charlie.
yeah. But, one option that we could, I guess, do in the future, we could run this cable outside and let Charlie sit outside, out there in the, we get him a suntan on them legs, and we'll set it here in the AC. Charlie may not like us much, but for you at home, it would give you a better picture of what's happening around.
We need to get one of those big old cameras, the big, huge tripod. You can just walk around the field.
That's right. That's right.
You can go talk to fans.
Yeah, that would be a good deal.
There's a lot of movement on the field for Portales Rams. They got their a big Herrera kid's coming back out.
He's going back to defensive end.
And they put Gomez back on second.
Who's on second?
They Gomez the pitcher.
Oh,
they put him back on second. So they moved everybody back around.
All right.
Fun, fun, fun.
Yeah, everybody's going to be in a different spot now, so it's going to mess up my little notes that I keep over here because I'm not skilled enough at baseball bookkeeping to keep up with all that stuff.
It's a lot.
I think they moved everybody in the field somewhere.
I feel sorry for the coach, Anthony, man. He has to keep a track on on this iPad or his phone to make sure putting everything where it goes, moving everything.
And Coach Reynolds is over there trying to figure it out, and the ump's now trying to explain it to him.
I guess Pender's the brains of that operation right there. So. I was just joking, Coach Reynolds.
So you've got Pender, Pierce, and Reynolds. That's a collection of brains right there, don't you think?
They call the fire department. Going to see some smoke in a minute.
Yeah. So the Eunice staff is unhappy about something. The Portales coach, he's going to come out here and mad dog somebody.
I
He's
dare you
like,
go out there and say it's
you
a
want
game.
a piece of me?
Tell it's a baseball game.
Yeah, he's mad dogging them. It's
He's like, you can't get it. Oh, got the music on. Jeopardy music playing.
yeah, they're playing the Jeopardy music on the. Now the ump group is going to run over and talk to the Portales group. He's standing there with his arms crossed, like, you want a piece of me?
He's getting his steps in the umpire.
That's right.
That being said, we give a shout out to our sponsors: Park Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oilfield, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Our proud sponsors of tonight's game. With all this exciting entertainment right now, we had a pitch changing earlier, but
Now we've got a debate going on between the coaching staffs.
and he's pointing towards our
Oh,
coaches.
yeah. Yeah,
Calm down.
He's pointing over there at our coaching staff. I tell you, if we could get like people to sign releases and not be mad at each other, there'd be nothing better than like a hockey match where the two coaches get out there and duke it out. We could sell some good tickets for that.
That'd be a good fundraiser, I'll tell you that much.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah. In my younger days, I would have enjoyed that. Today, I'd sit up here and watch through the glass. And
You know you'd pay money to get somebody out there. You pay it, buddy. Hey,
Oh.
man, you do me a favor, bud?
no.
Oh, you see, they got to put a player back into the game,
Oh, they're making a move.
which is their pitcher. Herrera probably has to go back to second.
I don't know, but we've got a interesting.
Illegal substitution for the Portales Rams appears to be.
Well, the cool thing is at least our Eunice staff knew that there was some sort of violation. You can tell the Portales faithful over here aren't very happy with it, but
That and the sun's hitting him right in the face.
yeah, and it looks like the Portales players that they're telling have to go back on the court or on the field had already left and went to the concession stand for a hot dog.
Took his cleats off and everything.
Yeah,
He's in the ice bath.
it's the defensive end.
Herrera. So he has to go back to third. So
right.
they had to fix a substitution there for Portales. So what? 15 minutes delay there. It is 6 o'clock here, 6:05 on my clock. Top of the fifth, correct? Brings Micah Tippett up the bat with one out. Gio Chacon on first. Take it away, Mr. Chip.
And that was a lot of I've got some kind of scratch in my throat, but there was a lot of stuff going on there for I don't know what happened, but anyway, Mike Tippett's up, the senior.
Facing
His
lefty and
first
lefty.
at bat, he singled. His second at bat, he had a deep RBI flyout. So Chacon on first. He's going to go. Dang, I'm struggling to talk.
Micah Tippett squared to bunt, but the ball hit in front of the plate about 3 feet and bounced over the catcher. So Chacon advances, standing up to second base. So we have a runner in scoring position for the Eunice Cardinals as Micah Tippett steps back in the box. A big lefty. A good hit here. Scores 1 and a triple.
1 and a triple.
Yeah, because he's going to get the third once he hits the balls.
What I tell you? Drive to deep right field. It may be. It could be.
It's a home run.
It's out of here.
Boy,
Micah Tippett
what I
with
tell
a
you.
2-run shot.
I
for the
predicted that
Cardinals.
100, boy. Go ahead, John.
He knocked the cover off of that one.
He was due, man. That's a nice shot. I'll take a home run over a triple any day of the week.
What a shot by Micah Tippett as he steps on home plate. A
He was
2-run
due.
shot by Eunice gives Eunice the 4-3 lead.
That's a very good shot. That's a good way to start off. They put that left-handed out there to try to dominate him. He came in and took care of business. So that being said, the score is 4-3 Eunice favor with 1 out. And number 1 is up the bat for the Eunice Cardinals, Jorge Ontiveros. Number 1 in your heart, but on the field, he's number 24. That's a good way to get the blood flowing. Very good job by Micah Tippett, man. He was due. So Jorge gets in there to bat. Swing. He's excited too, and he swung and missed on a high pitch on the outside.
You know, that left-hander versus left-hander battle went the way of Tippett there as he drove it over the right field fence. That wasn't a high fly ball. That was just a slam over the right field.
He knocked the cover off that, man.
He did.
Did he hit the field house? I couldn't see from this corner.
No, because it would have been a foul ball if it did.
No, I thought he covered around. Boom.
Yeah.
He probably made the who knows. It's a home run. That's his first one of the year, isn't it?
I believe so.
Swing and a miss for Jorge Ontiveros. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. You need to go up there and just relax a little bit, son. He'll come to you. So Eunice is back in the lead here.
So it's 4-3. Eunice in the lead. There's a drive back foul.
It's a back foul right behind us.
So still 2-2. 1 out here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Eunice has scored 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th on the Tippett home run.
Should have got a bigger scoreboard.
It's hard to see the numbers sometimes when you get old like me.
Oh, outside pitch. And we got to go through this glass, through the net, and but we got a scoreboard. That's what matters.
I guess if you're standing out there on the field, it probably looks pretty clear, but
Us old people this far away, we're like 400 yards away.
So here comes the pitch, and it's low and outside.
And the pitcher falls down. Too long of a stride for him. And the count is a full count on Jorge Ontiveros, number 24, with 1 out.
You said earlier that you thought he was an 8th grader, so
It says right here on this paper, where's he at? 8th grade right here.
maybe he plays 8th base. First, second, third base, that's 8th base.
Oh, high and
ball's
inside, so it's ball
inside.
4.
So
So we got
Ontiveros will head down to first base after the walk.
No, you got me, no. There's no 8th. You got me thinking there's no 8th place because you have them all in here.
Got you thinking about 8th base, huh?
Man, what's wrong with this man?
So Ontiveros on first. That'll bring Chance Tucker up into the right-handed batter's box.
With 1 out.
Tucker the righty. We've got an Ovi Ontiveros sighting. Ovi and Dottie and Maribel.
The
She's
pitch is
wearing the
outside on Tucker. It's ball 1. I didn't know Obi wore hats. Must be track season.
boot. You know, it's. I wonder if that's his little flight hat. He
The
got-
one you got in Baylor?
He got into flight school, so they gave him a flat hat. So he's been wandering around with that flat hat on. He's pretty proud of them wings on the front of it.
I can imagine. That's ball 2 on Tucker.
Yeah. He's pretty excited about that. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Tucker. Tucker swings, drives that one over toward the shortstop. Shortstop charges in, comes up throwing. He throws it across,
safe.
and it gets away from him. So here goes Tucker headed to second. Ontiveros is on third.
Why don't you send him home? Send him home.
So with 1 out here,
He should be coming home.
on
The
a-
runner on third base should be coming home if he was overthrown. He comes home. Yes, he's coming home. It's automatic because we know we're here. No.
Oh,
the
into
batting
the
cage.
batting cage. So Ontiveros comes home,
Now to bat number 13, Conacher.
and the Portales coaching staff is not happy again.
He has explained to him he was already advancing the second,
The-
and on overthrown he would have got the home.
The Portales crowd and the Portales coaching staff are not happy with that decision.
I think we're building a good rival between Eunice and Portales.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, the score is 5-3. Eunice favor. We'll give a shout out to our sponsors: Redbird Gas, City of Eunice, Zio Auto Shop, Herrera Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Parker Energy Service, BTH Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Eunice Health Clinic. I was trying it fast. I thought we would get this done with this argument, but hey. So our third, Jorge has to go back to third.
So the two umpires look like they're not agreeing on this call. Now they're out there having a debate. And the behind the plate ump, I guess, loses.
And our runner goes back to third base.
So that'll take a run off the board.
So the score is
It's going to be back to 4-3. Runners are going to be at second and third. Conacher Pierce at the plate.
with one out.
So here comes the pitch. It's a high fly ball driven foul for strike number one.
On the right-hand side, protect that outside corner. Went up there hacking. Connor gets intercept. Ooh. Low and inside.
Yep. For ball number, was that two?
One. One strike, one ball.
So 1 ball, 1 strike here. It's 4-3. Eunice in the lead. Runners at second and third. There's a drive
nice
over
shot.
into the left field corner. It's going to score 2.
Easy. He
Pierce
should get a
turns
double.
around first, and he's headed for second. Pierce
Good
turned
job.
on the afterburners, and he gets an easy stand-up double and 2 RBIs out of that
Hits
shot.
a shot right by the third baseman, all the way to the corner on the left-hand side. Scores Jorge and Tucker off the bases, makes the score 6-3, and we're going to have a pinch runner for him. It's going to be a Gomez kid, I bet, number 13. That was a betting man. Is it 13? Or 10? Let's go with 10.
I can't see that far anymore.
13.
13.
Conacher's 10. I think it's 33 because Conacher's 10.
It's one of them Gomez's.
One of the twins.
Yep.
Speedy twins.
They both look alike.
So we got a runner in scoring position for the Eunice Cardinals with 1 out. He brings up 20 up the bat. Fernando Cerna, a.k.a. Bubba. He's going to be batting in place of Zeke Benton. Earlier it was Billy Blevins. Now we have Fernando Cerna up the bat. It's Angel Gomez. I was corrected by the James Thibodeau that's corrected me.
Number 33, Angel.
So Benton, and now it'll be Bubba as a batter.
Fernando steps out.
So
Here comes the
now-
Portales coach.
Here comes Portales.
He's going to ask why are we having 2 different batters batting for Zeke if he's still in the field. The only bad thing about this, Mr. Jones, is that our pitcher's been sitting there for a while, and his ankle's kind of tender. He's warm and cold and warm, but I guess that's how baseball is. Slow moving.
Well, and the rules, it's crazy to me in baseball. The rules have changed so much just since I was a kid and played. You used to couldn't substitute players in for people and then put them back out in the field over and over and over and over and over again. And the same with runners. And now you can, and so I'm lost half the time. I'll be the first to tell you I don't know the rules. Yeah. When I'm watching a volleyball game and they're subbing people in, and then they say that's an illegal substitution, I'm lost there. I'm kind of lost on this stuff now. I don't know all these substitution rules, and apparently the Portales coach don't either, because he's been
I
putting
did
people
not
at the
say
wrong
that.
spot a couple times, and they've corrected him multiple times. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like,
Yep.
So, because, I mean, he just came out there and challenged whatever it was, and apparently they told him he was wrong.
He was
'cause he's
wrong.
headed back to the dugout.
I concur with you.
So that's why I'm saying he gets paid to be the coach, and he doesn't understand the substitution rules. I don't understand them either up here for dang sure. So, anyway.
And he's a basketball guy, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
So Fernando's in the batter's box here with 1 out.
So here
Runner
we
on
go.
second.
Here comes the pitch. It's high and outside for ball number 1 to Fernando, a.k.a. Bubba Cerna.
Bubba.
Bubba always said life was like a box of chocolates. There's a high fly ball driven out of play into foul territory.
Here he comes back out again.
Oh, no. So now he's like, hey, can you tell me one more time what that rule was? Because
His name is Fernando, number 20. He should be one of your subs. Put him in. He's batting for the pitcher. Does he have pine tar on that bat? He's going to check that in a minute, I bet.
I think they're still arguing about the substitutions. Yeah. So now maybe he's right this time because now the ump's like, hold on.
Give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Parker Energy Service, BT8 Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health and Clinic. I'm about to go visit them tomorrow after this game. Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. We just made this 2-hour game into a 4-hour game, ladies and gentlemen. And the pitcher's still throwing over there. That's the guy he's explaining.
What?
He's hugging, Coach Drew's hugging like, this is what we just did. And this is why we did it.
So now here goes the ump back to the other side of the field, and he almost got ear hold
By the
by
pitcher.
the pitcher and the catcher playing.
Warm up out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Other than it's windy and where everybody's kind of confused on the red. Black and red out there. He just gave him a thumbs up, so that must be a good sign. Look at that pitcher.
All right, so it looks like whatever the Portales coach was complaining about, they must have told him that he was wrong because he's headed back to the dugout again, shaking his head. And
That's what I was saying earlier. They can set the pace of the game. If Eunice is playing good, going on a good run, they can go out there and call timeout, and call timeout, and call timeout, and kind of kill our momentum. But yeah, exactly. It's hurting his pitcher more than anything else at this given moment.
so here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. It's driven foul over toward the high school auditorium area. I'm parked over that way, Bubba.
That being said, we got 1 ball and 2 strikes and 1 out.
All right, so here comes the pitch. It's driven right at the pitcher, and the pitcher does a great job sticking his glove up in front of his grill.
And catches the ball.
He kept that one from rearranging some twofers. Woo.
He protected himself out there, huh? So that's 2 outs for the Eunice Cardinals.
So 6-3 here in this game. J-Cap, Jonathan Caballero, a.k.a. my partner's kiddo, steps into the right-handed batter's box. 2 outs. There was a little change-up, I guess.
You see how the pitcher got like break my wrist.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't do that quite
Floats
right.
in for a ball 1, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We got Gomez on second with a good lead out there.
There's a drive. Nice hit
shot.
into the gap. That's going to score a run. And Caballero, the left fielder, did a really good job of cutting that ball off before it got through. Fired it back in. Caballero with an outfield left center single.
He scores Gomez.
Scores a run.
Scores Gomez all the way from second base, and Jonathan gets a stand-up single. Score is 7-3. Did you say the score a minute ago, sir? 7-3 Eunice favor.
7-3.
Bring some Stenson, right? Sticks.
That is Sticks. Sean Stinson
Stenson.
at the plate. Caballero stay on first.
Mm-hmm. We'll get a bit. I thought he was gonna go.
There's
Stenson
a
swings.
drive
Nice shot.
toward right center field.
2 out,
It's
that's gonna
swinging,
drop.
It's going to hit the floor, and it does. It deflects off the wall.
And they're
It's a
sending him home.
stand-up single.
They're sending him
They're
home.
telling Caballero to go, and I said no.
Why? Why? We thought everybody was saying no.
And he gets thrown out at home.
As soon as that shortstop got the ball, I knew he was out.
Yep.
That kid got an arm.
So they fired at home and caught Caballero at home.
At home.
He didn't even get a chance to slide.
You
He
see how
like
he
stood up like, well, yeah.
He swiped out the glove. They're going to throw you out, son. You can't do that. Well, that being said, Eunice scored, 4 runs that inning?
Yeah, big 5 runs.
5 runs that inning, left nobody on. Deep fly hit. But
It's 7-3 as we move into the 6th inning. We're in the in between the 5th and 6th here. I want to shout out to some sponsors. Parker Energy Services. Brett and Penny Parker. Brett Parker probably don't know these baseball rules either. BT8 Services and Rental Chad Haller. Eunice Pump and Supply. Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews and crew. Eunice Health Clinic. Leanne Reeves, Brian, Nikki, Alma, Aaron Yachty. I was trying to say Aaron and Yachty at the same time, so it turned into Yaron. But anyway, Aaron, Yachty, and all the gang. Eunice Public Schools. Dwayne, Cynthia, Rosendo. I'm going to say all their first names instead.
shut up. Don't do that.
Matt, Kenny, Miss Hahn. I can't do it. David Gallegos and all the staff. Carlos Herrera at Herrera's Oil Field. The City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and the Whitmire family, Redbird Gas, and Bart Parker. Thank you guys for making these broadcasts possible.
Okay, on the field, we have some substitution. We have Tucker going to the mound, Chance Tucker. We got Jonathan going to short, Caballero. And we have Gio Chacon going to second. And we have Adan Ornelas over there on the left field. Those are the only substitute was Ornelas on the left field, but we had a little bit of different arrangement out there on the diamond. Most important of all, we got a different pitcher. Finish up the game here. And that's the top of it. Much to say other than Jonathan getting thrown out again at home.
Yeah.
He's a little sluggish. I'm going to talk about that.
See if we can get him that parachute.
He was running a lot faster last year.
Yeah.
But you know how it is.
He probably ate a few tacos between last year
I'm
and this
pretty
year.
sue he did.
Yep. I'm not quite as fast as I used to be last year.
Sitting on that bench there in basketball and here help him much. So
that slowed him down.
slowed him down quite a bit. All the out-of-town games, eating the McDonald's after the game and not burning it off.
Long bus rides.
Long bus ride. And
Yeah.
we're going to cut off the hot Cheetos and cheese at the house and put him on a strict diet. He's going to kill me.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's like, Dad, you need to get on a diet, Dad.
That's right. That is right.
Rams number 18, Traven.
So number 18, Trevin Price steps to the plate. He's got an RBI single, and then he lined out, and there's a line drive. Oh, and it gets past.
Stinson
Is that Stinson?
bounces off the wall, comes all the way down. He throws it in towards second base, but he gets a stand-up double. Number 18 does start off here in the inning.
Wow. That
Price.
young man has hit the ball well.
He sees the ball very well from the left-hand side.
Yes, he does.
Number 12 with the bat for Portales. Don't have his name on here.
Number 12 is Alex Garcia. Alex
senior.
Garcia steps up. Tucker fires one. It's fouled back, and that one is right toward my car.
Mhm.
Let me see who that is.
It's called strike.
Yeah, fouled strike.
That usually works that way, huh?
Yep, strike number 1.
No outs with the runner on second.
Tucker's on the mound. He's going to step off. Now he's going to step back on. So here comes the kick and the pitch. And
Ooh,
it's
Breaking ball gets away from
away.
Conacher. Come back towards the back of the backstop, and the runner advances from second to third. Easy. So Portales has a runner in scoring position. So it changes the whole strategies for the coach over there. Probably have to call a timeout, talk to the umpire, see what they want to do.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Ball game here as Eunice went off for 5 runs in that 5th inning.
And the wind is still blowing.
Tucker on the hill. He kicks and delivers, and that is a low breaking ball. It gets in the dirt or the mesh or whatever you call that stuff, plastic, rubber, something.
Turf, glove.
Brown turf.
Count is 2-1.
Tucker working fast. He fires that one inside. They pick it up off the ground. He's going to throw it over to first base, and they get the runner at first. They hold the runner at third.
He did a very good job after he bobbled the ball, still collected himself, looked back the runner on third, and then gradually threw the ball to first. Very good job on his behalf, fielding his position. So it makes out number one, Coach.
Yep. So 7-3. Eunice in the lead. Now we have, this is Diaz, double D. Devin Diaz.
Devin Diaz. Nice
He
pitch
takes strike one.
on the outside corner. Devin Diaz.
Yep. So double D steps into the right-handed batter's box. He's ready. Here comes the kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Boy had some heat on that, didn't he?
Strike number 2. No
Man.
balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Your pin down.
Yes, sir. Dead. Gone. Oh, there he goes. Started working now.
Here's the kick and the pitch and a swing and a miss for strike
Got
number
him.
3.
Got him.
Oh! And they
That was a
almost,
close.
Conacher
Wow.
Pierce catches the ball behind home plate on strike number 3, and he fires it down to third. And man, from my angle, it looked like they picked that runner off.
Missed him by a smidge if you missed anything.
That was a smidge.
Missy smidge, huh?
So this is the pitcher, Carson Fossenberger. He comes in, and he's in that left-handed batter's box. That is a long young man, because he makes Conacher look like a small fella, and Conacher's not little.
No, he's not. If he's long, he's about as tall as his last name.
Mm-hmm. So here comes the pitch.
Ooh,
and
ball
that
gets
ball
away.
gets away.
And nobody
And-
advances from third. Whoo!
Luckily for the Cards, the base runner was not a speedster, I'm assuming.
Coach wasn't paying attention. Send him home.
He
He got
was
2
probably
outs.
reading the rule book about substitutions over there. Didn't.
Didn't quite see that he can advance on
Missed
missed
it.
balls, huh?
Mhm.
So Tucker gets back up there on the mound. Winds, throws it in towards short. Big hop, 2 hops. Jonathan gets it, throws it to first. Bad throw, but Marcus had to come off the bag, try to save it. And the runner does not advance to second after a bad throw from our shortstop, Jonathan Caballero. I think that's error number 3 for the day for him, or 2. That would have been a third out.
So Diaz reaches. I'm sorry.
That wasn't Diaz. That was
Diaz was the. What happened? With
strikeout. He's strikeout.
Diaz? Diaz with a K.
That was the pitcher who advances, and they scored. Price came home and scored, so the score is 4-7 now, and brings it to the top of the lineup for the Portales Rams on Tiveros up there. Gets in the batter's box. Ooh, Tucker throws a fastball on the outside corner. Beautiful.
So it's 0-1, 2 outs here. We're in the top of the 6th. Score is 4-7. Eunice leads by 3. Runner at first.
Nice stop by Conacher. Pitch was thrown outside on the low. Conacher keeps the ball in front of him. Keeps the runner from advancing to second from first.
So Tucker has the ball. He likes the sign. Kicks in the pitch. And
Ooh.
that one looked like it was right on the corner.
Beautiful framing job by our catcher.
Yes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Call a spade, right, Coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch, and it's
Ooh,
right there again.
Beautiful. Call the strike
For
3.
Number 3. Ring him up, set him down.
And the Cardinals run on in. Come along.
Yep.
So Portales strands 1 on the bases, but they come in and score 1 run in that inning. But Tucker came in and took care of business. Once again, the defense is struggling a little bit, but we'll get through it. That
Make
being
sure to
said,
shout out to some sponsors: Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Herrera's Oil Field, City of Eunice, Zia Auto Shop, and Redbird Gas. Thank you guys for what you do.
if anybody has a score from the softball game, shoot it text to Jimmy, and we can probably get that on the radio and let people know.
I bet we could, because we have no idea what the score is over there.
We don't. But the score here tonight is 4-7. Eunice favorite. Is that say top of the 6th? Yes. Or
Yeah.
bottom of the 6th. I apologize.
Bottom. Yep.
And bottom of the 6th here for the Eunice. On a beautiful windy, real windy Tuesday. playing the Portales Rams.
I was trying to see if maybe somebody had posted.
When we have double hitters like this, varsity games, do we do both games on the radio or just one of them?
If they're both varsity, we do, yes. Yeah, we typically do the varsity ones. I was trying to see. I don't see any scores on here, and nobody sent me anything telling me what the scores are over there, so I don't see anything.
And I believe they were playing doubleheader as well, huh?
I have no idea. No idea.
Candy, drinks.
What do you mean you no idea? You're Mr. Sportsman.
I just don't know if they're.
Now it's about for the Eunice
I don't have
Cardinals
anybody
versus
playing softball like any of my kiddos anyway. And I knew we weren't scheduled to do their games, so I didn't actually see what they had going on over there. So Marcus Tricero, the hero of last home game, steps up to the plate. He's got a walk and a fly out on the day.
Swing and hits it straight back to the backstop for a foul ball. Strike number 1. And Portales has the same pitcher on the mound, and they have no substitution as they're still trying to work that out.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd gets quiet tonight. Real quiet. Is Charlie awake over there?
Either that or we can't hear over the air conditioner in here that's keeping us cool.
He's snoring away, huh?
All
Marcus
right, there's
swings,
a
hits a
bouncer, and it's going to be foul. Marcos is like, dang it. I ran all the way down here toward first base.
I run 30 feet. You gotta make me go back. That's total 60 feet. 30 here, 30 back, man.
Stretched a hammy on his way. So Marcus steps back up into the right-handed batter's box. Once again, it's 0-2 count, no outs. And here comes the pitch.
Ooh.
He thought about it. He wanted it. He didn't. And it's a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitcher, Carson Pfaffenberger. I believe that's how you pronounce that.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Yep. It is there's a lot of letters in that name. Ooh.
Oh, did not go. Marcus had a check swing. He checked towards first base, and the first baseman umpire said safe, which means it's not a.
What's funny is the first baseman for Portales also said safe. So
he's an honest kid. He's an honest Abe out there, huh?
So that ball is outside for ball number 3. So now we got a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
So Marcus works it up to a full count here. See what the young man's going to do. Draw a walk or put it in play.
There's a pitch, and it's high and inside.
I thought I was going to hit him for a second.
Ball number 4. So that'll send Marcus Tricero over to first.
Cardinals number 2, Gio.
I thought they might pinch run here.
Nope. Might as well be everybody else has ran, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So we got Gio Chacon up the bat for the Eunice Cardinals with no outs. With the runner on first, Marcus Tricero.
So in steps Gio. He's got a single and a walk on the day. So he tries to bunt that one, and it bunts it foul back into the netting for strike number 1.
Our home run hitter goes out there and gets the ball off the backstop, number 6.
I'm assuming that was a hit and run. They were going to bunt and advance the runner, but the interesting thing was I don't think Marcus ever got out of the brown.
No.
There they go again. And
Oh,
I
they're
think
gonna
they
catch
were
him
going
no
to try
man
the
land.
same thing. Yep, they were going to try it again.
That's a lot of work on over Marcus's legs.
Well, and that's a.
I mean, I'm not bad around them. It's just, man, those legs have gone through a lot.
It worked out good for him that he didn't get out of the brown because he didn't have as far to dive.
That is true. I mean, I'll be changing strategy here.
Oop, there's
Oh.
a high pop fly over toward the first baseman.
Out of play. Can't miss that.
Oh, and
he
he
misses.
missed
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. He just
missed
saved
it.
us right there.
Woo.
That wind kept carrying it on him. He
Mhm.
had a hard time catching that foul ball. I mean, trying to catch that foul ball.
He couldn't find it in the sun and the wind and everything else.
Dirt.
That's number 18, Price, who's hit the ball extremely well. You
For the
just can't
Portales
see
Rams.
it very well when it's flying through the air in the field. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a 7-4 game here. Gio Chacon at the plate. He fouls that one off.
He's battling up there. Gio
Trying to-
Chacon. Another senior on the team, huh? Gets in there again, gets set.
And I'm hearing that there is a bad.
Ooh. Oh, hit towards the right field, goes
Wow.
over the right fielder, goes towards the wall. Marcus is Chacon caught up to Marcus,
Yeah.
so they got to stay on second and third. Unfortunately, our speed was not on base at this given moment, but it's a very good job on both runners advancing the second and third off Gio Chacon's hit towards the right field. Go ahead, Coach.
So I was just I received a deal here saying that there was a really, really bad wreck out going toward the golf course in Eunice, with what looks like injured folks out that way. So anyway, I was reading that, and then that hit happened into right field, so I missed it.
Micah Tipper in the bat. He comes in with the powerful swing, but swings and misses. He hit a home run last time with the bat.
So runners at second and third. Eunice leads 7-4 here. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Tippett at the plate. Here comes the pitch, and it's just a bit outside and low for ball number one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tippett, the senior left-hander.
The only left-hander of the team.
So Tippett steps back in. He's ready. Farfenberger throws it.
Oh, hits it.
Tippett hits it right back.
Go
at
home,
him.
Marcus. Come home, Marcus. Hits it right back to the pitcher. The pitcher grabs it in the air, throws it towards third, but throws it away, and Marcus Teixeira advances home.
So that'll end up being
RBI?
an RBI for him, I guess, or an error, but we'll make it.
We'll make an RBI. We're keeping books up here.
On my notes, it's going to say RBI. I don't know what that Penders guy's notes will say, but all right.
So that brings number 1 on your heart, Jimmy, but 24 on the field. Jorge Ontiveros up the bat. And we got a timeout out there with the coaches, the Eunice coaches now.
Oh, we're having a discussion again, huh?
Yes, sir. As they discuss and talk, we're going to give a shout out to Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, City of Eunice, Z Auto Shop, Redbird Gas, Herrera's Oil Field, Eunice Public Schools, BTA Service Rentals, and Parker Energy Service. I'm trying to read these, try to pay attention when they're pointing, see what's going on. So they're trying to say somebody's in somebody's way, or I don't think we should mic them up. I mean, it'd be a liability.
You know, our last several games, I have said it on these broadcasts over and over, I've never seen so
Hey,
much.
Chacon's coming home.
Well,
Chacon's coming
let's-
home saying that it was interference with their third baseman
let's
of
see if-
Portales Rams.
Let's see if we get somebody coming out of this dugout to have a discussion.
No.
What I was going to say is we've had more discussions about. Yep.
I've learned so much about baseball tonight, it's pathetic.
So we're going to score another run. That makes it 9-4 in favor of Eunice. Jorge Ontiveros at the plate. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, and
It's-
he reaches
Wow.
way outside and tried to hit that ball, but he did not. So it's strike 1.
He reached over toward Andrews to try to hit that one.
I'm telling you. So keep everybody up to date. Chacon came home because the defensive player was in his way, so he couldn't advance home as he attempted to. So they gave him the home plate.
So here comes the
Ooh.
pitch. It's high and outside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Eunice has put 2 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 6th so far. It's 9-4, Eunice in the lead. Jorge Ontiveros, the senior, at the plate. That ball is right across the plate for strike number 2.
Who made the first out if Marcus was the first batter? Oh, yes, he hit a line drive back to the pitcher. Thank you.
Yep.
He got an RBI out of it.
And
Ooh.
there's another one that looked pretty dang good. I guess it was low.
No breaking ball.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
That sun is killing me, dude. It's too dark to be in the sun.
Now think of that group there. They're in the sun the whole time almost, huh? That's you're going to have to get you a ball cap. There's a drive into left field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Ontiveros turns on his 10-2 speed. He's headed for second.
He's burning diesel out there.
He slows up. That catalytic converter got plugged up with diesel as he turned first.
He got the stand-up double.
That's right. He rolls in there pulling a load going to
Telling
second.
you. So we got Tucker up the bat for the Eunice Cardinals.
So it's 9-4. Eunice in the lead. Ontiveros with a double. Nobody was on base, so no scores. Tucker will come to the plate.
Monteros is in scoring position, as they say.
Here comes the pitch. It's
Ooh.
inside. Oh, they're going to call it a
They'll
strike.
call it a
Strike
strike.
one.
Just a bit inside, but we'll take it, I guess. So count is 1. Is your 0-1, huh?
0-1. 1 out. It's 9-4. Eunice in the lead. Here comes the pitch,
Ooh.
and that's a big swing and a miss. So 0-2. 1 out.
On Tucker. Jorge Ontiveros on second base.
So there's a drive down the third base line, and what
Third baseman
a catch.
catches it in the air,
Oh, man.
and they throw it back to second base to get a double play here.
Yeah,
So the Portales stops the threat on the Eunice Cardinals.
So that was a drive right down the third base line. The third baseman laid out, caught the ball about 6 inches off the ground, dropped to his knees, fired it back over to second base for the double play as Ontiveros had already headed toward third.
And that's a big third baseman. That's a 6-footer.
Yes.
So that being said, give a shout out to our sponsors: Redbird Gas, Zia Auto Shop, City of Eunice, Herrera's Oilfield, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BT8 Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service. Out of all that, the Eunice Cardinals are seeing the ball off that left-hander very easily,
Yes,
and
they
they're
are.
crushing it. Everybody's pulling it towards the left field side, so that's a good sign. So Tucker's still on the mound out there for the Eunice Cardinals. Here to start the top of the seventh, correct?
Yes, sir. Top of the seventh. Eunice leads by 5. It's 9-4. Chance Tucker on the hill, getting a little work. He's got a special catcher out there with him, Bubba Cerna, giving a little work as Pierce was in the on deck circle.
Putting all his gear on, he came out quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yeah, it didn't take him too long.
Too long, huh?
So here comes Pierce out.
He's been putting it on for a while, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Knows what to do and how to do it.
Portales coach headed over here. See if he takes an advantage to say a few words to the ump.
And he does
He's
it.
going to stop there and have a little conversation. Yep. They're going to conversate a little bit.
Puts his hand on his hip.
Yep.
As we got a JV player walking up here with all his gear.
Yep. We'll get him a close-up. A little close-up action. Everybody wants a little TV time around here.
I'm telling you, we need to keep that guy right there. Give me some shade in blue. So we got number 3 for Portales Rams up the bat. Alex Garcia, correct?
Caden
Caden.
Gutierrez.
Oh, there's 2 3s in here, huh?
Yep. He's grounded out. He walked, and then he hit a single his last at bat. So Tucker got the glove up over his eyes. Here he goes. Oh, just a little bit outside.
Wow.
Ball went behind the batter.
That's a good pitch to Waze at the beginning there. Throw another curveball. Watch it break. Beautiful.
He was just warming up.
Yeah, that ball just slipped.
So Tucker's ready again. Here comes the
Woo!
goodness. He threw that one with a little more fire, and it almost, it went behind the neck.
And that kid didn't even move. He didn't know what to do.
That was behind the neck of the batter, and there's a high fastball. Man,
So that makes it count.
3-0. Golly, that second one I thought got him.
Are these new baseballs or something or what?
I don't know. So here comes the pitch, and that one's right down the middle for
And he calls it a ball. It was just a bit high, he said. Just a bit high. Or he was scared because it's the first strike he threw. So Portales has a runner on first. Well, no outs. And number 11's up the bat for them. Noah Swift.
Yes, sir.
He gets in the batter's box. Swings the bat a couple of times.
Hagen Rains. Noah Swift or Hagen Rains is on deck.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a makeup call. And he
Man.
calls the outside corner. But we'll take it. It's a strike.
Yeah, old Rains, he didn't like the call. He gave him a look.
Is that the one that threw the bat down earlier?
This is, yeah, I think so. He's on.
Cadillac, huh?
Yeah, definitely don't need any dings.
No, you do not. Count as 0.
Pitch. That's
Beautiful.
A
Got him. Oh. Man, that guy's missing a great there as he swings his hand again.
Man, great throw by Pierce on the strike.
No, that was a good call. Good call. He's right.
So Hagen Raines comes to the plate. He's the one that's been hit by a pitch and out twice. He grounds this one over. Caballero picks it up. 2.
Oh!
And they get
Got
him on the
double
double play.
And that's the ball game for the Eunice Cardinals. Came out with the victory here. Jonathan made up there for so many errors of the game. He pulled a double play out there, so the score ends up -4. Seattle Shopping Eunice comes home with the victory. Thank you very much for making this possible for all of us here in the booth and who are at home listening.
You know,
Thank
we
y'all.
mentioned earlier that today's game was scheduled as a doubleheader. However, because Portales had overbooked their schedule, is what I was told, they changed this to it's a doubleheader as far as the amount of games go, but the varsity played the first game. It's going to be a JV game for the second game.
So that's good. And we will not be doing the JV game, correct?
We will not be broadcasting the JV games. Typically, we don't. In fact, I don't know that we've ever done any JV games in
concur with
any
you.
sport.
In any sport, yes, sir.
Not that we're trying to,
I hear you.
cut them or anything, but it's just the way they typically do it. So, gives them something to look forward to, I guess, when they make the
Move up.
varsity. They get to be on the broadcast. So
Be on Jimmy and Crew show.
That's right. That's right. So we appreciate all of our sponsors. We've mentioned them over and over, but we appreciate you guys. We couldn't do it without you. The Eunice Cardinals remain undefeated. They moved to 9-0 on the season with a big win over a very competitive Portales Ram team here. So Eunice with the win. We'll have a doubleheader coming up Thursday. I believe TJ Miracle will be handling that game. It is a home game. The track team will also be playing at that same time. Let me look really quick before I log off here to see if anybody sent me any score updates. Nothing. I was going to see if maybe somebody had sent something on our on the softball team to see if we had mentioned anything. I don't see anything on the softball team. So, with that said, Jimmy Jones here alongside Rosendo Caballero and Charlie Fairbrush. Thank you for listening and watching Eunice Cardinal Sports here on the Knowmark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. You can watch at HobbsAmerica.com by clicking on the Cardinal or at the Eunice Sports YouTube page. Thanks for listening. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Have a good evening.